Here in Orlando, we know life doesn't slow down for anything, especially a broken garage door. Since 2002, Precision Garage Door has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Local and reliable, that's what makes us different. Our vans are fully stocked, so when you call, our fully vetted techs are ready to provide you with same-day service. Whether it's a stuck door or a snap spring, Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando has you covered right when you need it the most. We know a broken garage door can't wait, which is why we're always prepared to help by keeping our vans fully stocked. Call Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando today to schedule your repair. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
Taking over the helm of a 75-year-old broadcast, it's a great responsibility.
For NBC Nightly News, I'm Tom Yamas.
The best reporters in our business know how to listen. And when you listen, you get the truth.
NBC Nightly News with Tom Yamas. Evenings on NBC.
Cocoa Beach is turning 100, and you're invited to the celebration. Join Cocoa Beach downtown on July 5th and 6th for a weekend full of live entertainment, family-friendly activities, and special events honoring a century of history. Best of all, it's free and open to the public. Come celebrate 100 years of Cocoa Beach and make some new memories of your own. Learn more at legendarycocobeach.com. That's legendarycocobeach.com.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Greenway Kia is under new management, and we've got a whole new attitude. With 3 great locations across Metro Orlando and one of the area's largest selections, we truly want to see you in a Kia. Plus, we want your trade. Get up to $10,000 over Kelly Blue Book fair market value for any trade. Get your fast free appraisal online right now at greenwaykias.com. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Kia. From Greenway Kia, East Colonial, West Colonial, and 1792 North.
All factory rebates to dealer. Negative equity refinanced.
Quitting tobacco is hard, but it's also hard to deal with a cough that won't go away and thinking it's lung cancer, or feeling your heart race after a walk and wondering if it's a heart attack, or telling your family you may not be around to see your next birthday.
Quitting tobacco is hard, but the consequences are even harder. Tobacco-Free Florida has free resources to help you stay smoke-free. You may be eligible to receive free nicotine patches, gum, or lozenges. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW. Or visit tobaccofreeflorida.com.
OpenAI is a financial abomination, a thing that should not be, an aberration, a symbol of rot at the heart of Silicon Valley. And I'm going to tell you why on my show Better Offline, the rudest show in the tech industry, where we're breaking down why OpenAI, along with other AI companies, are dead set on lying to your boss that they can take your job. I'm also going to be talking with the greatest minds in the industry about all the other ways the rich and powerful are ruining the computer. Listen to Better Offline on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Better Offline and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and Sealand.
It is Friday.
June 20th of 2025. Lots to get to today, from will Trump choose war to Florida might build an Alligator Alcatraz, and jurors speak out after the Karen Reed trial. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, Seeley.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show. All you have to do is send us a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. You can hit record on yours right now. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. And this never, ever, ever happens, friends.
What happened? Yeah, what had happened, cuz?
Let me triple check. Let me quadruple. Oh, this is real. Yeah. It's a last-minute message from that lady whose husband fell in love with the AI. Let's see what she said.
Have a great Friday, you mother.
That's right, friends. We made it through a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday's arrived. Pat yourself on the back for making it this far, friend.
Thank God.
How's everybody doing on a Friday?
I'm good.
Disheveled.
Yeah, why are you so disheveled? What's going on?
I feel displaced. I mean, literally am displaced.
You're just still not back home? Oh, God.
Ready to go back home. And it has just been quite the week.
How long
Just
has it
lounge
been
out
since...
on that poison-covered couch?
Oh, yeah.
How long has it been since you slept in your own bed?
Since
Like a
last
week?
Wednesday.
Oh, longer than a week. Oh,
yeah.
that's no good. Yeah.
So
I started freaking out.
They started the process, though, and it was very interesting. I got notifications on the cameras like, someone's at the front door or someone's in the backyard. And I thought it was supposed to be later in the day. So I zoomed over. I'm like, what are you guys doing here? What's going on?
Oh, no.
Are you guys supposed to be here right now?
Were you talking to him? Did you say stuff to him?
Oh, I went right over to the house. I'm like, I don't recognize anybody here. Turns out it was pest control. They were doing some more gassing.
Oh, they doubled it up, huh? They got the whole house tented for the termite
and
things.
I said, you sure we're good to go back as soon as you take the tent off and just sleep amongst them bugs.
Yeah, most people survive it, so you're going to be fine. I believe in it. You'll be back in your bed before you know it. Let's get started as we always do. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours, and we jump in the time machine together,
All
friends.
right.
Here we go. Buckle up. We're going back, baby. I don't know if you've ever seen this one, but I saw it going viral again. There we go. Finally. This thing takes forever. Absolutely forever.
Big warm-up.
Well, we're arrived now, and this is a clip that a lot of you probably missed over the years. From KWOC starts us off, and they had a story. I love nothing more than when a local news outlet has a very serious story and things accidentally get funny and they try not to laugh. Always a good time. Let's see how this went down. Here we go.
A Boise, Idaho woman is considered a medical miracle. Laura Esterman was struck by lightning nearly a month ago, and she was considered officially dead. Thankfully, CPR from her mom revived her heart, but she laid in a coma for 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then she defied all odds and woke up.
All right, that obviously wasn't supposed to happen. All right.
One of my favorite news.
That lightning really got her.
Just when you think that that's the funniest part, you hear the anchor trying to keep himself together.
I think the anchor was like watching intently this story.
Oh, it's so
and they're
great.
like, oh, the lady got struck by lightning. Oh, man, how amazing. And then she came to, and then the report goes, it glitches her out like crazy, and then he can't hold it together. Oh, no.
Well, obviously.
He didn't make it a second. I thought this man was going to be professional. He didn't even make it a second.
I mean, what would you do?
I mean, I don't know.
I would lose my mind.
Look, he goes from this, which is my favorite thing. His face is like, oh, but what do we do about this? To very quickly, he can't hold it together.
Well, Obviously, there was a problem with that tape. She doesn't really sound like that. She doesn't remember the accident, but the evidence is clear. I am so sorry. Laura's learning to walk again after the lightning burned her legs, and we'll have more on that story and hopefully get that tape fixed for you.
All three of them are like, oh, we got to keep it together. She got struck by lightning, everybody. I feel like that a lot on the show. I feel I channel that well. Well, what are we going to do about this? We'll figure it out together. Hang out with us today here on a fun Friday on the show. We're going to get to your feedback, your email, your dispatches as we roll along today. We're still in this sort of in-between land as far as like whether or not we're at war or not, which is a weird place to be. But we'll get further into that as the day goes on. One of the big things is all the Karen Reed jurors are coming out now after the not guilty verdict. And I don't know, this isn't a new thing, right? Jurors come out and do interviews afterwards. I've seen this before. But it just seems so weird. Like all these people flood online and they go, I was one of the jurors. And they reveal this experience that otherwise, I don't know, kind of seems to be like a super private thing. In a way, I guess it's weird that for the entirety of a trial, we put people in this box, we keep them secluded, no cameras on them, no nothing. And then all of a sudden, once the verdict comes through, they're like,
I'm
hey!
here, ready to talk.
I'm one of those jurors, and I have things that I would like to say right now.
And this jury pool in particular, I imagine, was very tough to find considering how mainstream
my God.
Trial.
Yeah.
I mean, so many documentaries and Dateline and 2020 specials. How you found somebody or a group of 8 people, right? 8? Am I getting that wrong? To not have any sort of initial bias. There's no way they found no one that has no idea about the case.
And beyond that, not even just because, like, you could talk to people in different places. Like, if you go to the Keys and you say Karen Reed, it's not going to have the same drop as it does in Boston. In Boston or anywhere around there, like, you're team Karen Reed or team cops or it's just deeply ingrained already in culture there. It's kind of a weird thing. But the jurors have come out, they've popped up, and they want to speak, and they're saying, like, here are the reasons why we thought Karen Reed was not guilty. This is why we came to this conclusion as jurors. And some of the reasons that I'm seeing, I'm like, oh God. I'm cringing at some of them, honestly, at some of the reasons why the jurors are going like, hey, I didn't think she was guilty. Now, the thing is, I'd rather have this 100 times over. This is just me personally. I'd rather have it 100 times over where the jurors get it wrong and a guilty person goes free as opposed to the opposite. That's just me. I would rather the jurors be a little too lenient on things and go, we couldn't 1,000% prove, which is not really what your goal is. Couldn't absolutely prove that she did. But some of the things that I'm hearing are a little bit crazy. And I want to get into the comments from these jurors here in just a bit on the show. We'll see what you have to think about all of that when that rolls around. I also saw there was a Shador Sanders traffic stop where I always love when you have a celebrity and like people notice who they are during the arrest. Remember Haley Joel Osment when they're like the cops are like, you know who he is? And one of the cops was
to see dead people, kid.
One of the cops, Sabrina, was like the biggest fan of Haley Joel Osment that I've ever seen in my entire life. He's like,
I loved you when you were 6.
Somebody said like, that's the Sixth Sense kid. And then this guy goes, oh, he's from, and then pay it forward. Yeah, pay it forward. He's from this. And I'm like, damn. Homeboy knows like every single movie.
And he lifted up his bulletproof vest and shirt, and there's Haley Joel Osment's face. Tattooed.
Stuttering Stanley.
This happens all the time with these sort of incidents where people get pulled over and they're
from the Sixth Sense, Sabrina. It's his most popular movie.
That's the I See Dead People one. They're releasing the video now. I believe this is censored. So just in case, let's stay by that dump button. You know how things go on a Friday. I'm just freewheeling over here. They pull over Shador Sanders. And they are like discovering, like one of the cops is like, ooh, I know who that is. Here's the body cam footage.
What was the deal with the speed back there? You're doing 91 coming out of the 60 zone.
Oh, I didn't get it.
He said, I didn't catch that. By the way, what am I supposed to say in that moment when the cops come up? It feels like a trap when they come up. They're like, what were you doing speeding back there? If I say, well, just
I got
felt like hitting the gas. If I say something like that, I'm admitting that I'm guilty. I don't know. I think I should just be like, how can I help you today, officer?
Put it on the Mo list.
It's a good one for the Mo list, actually. When a cop pulls up to your window, C-Lane, and the cop goes, you know how fast you were going back there? What's the perfect answer according to our attorney, Mo DeWitt? That is a good one that we should ask him. But that's what the cop asked me. Why were you going so fast back there? You're going 91.
Slowing down. I heard your truck rev up. You got license, registration, proof, insurance on you? Where are you guys coming from? Where are you heading to?
My house, he
Where's
said.
Your house at?
Stop answering all the questions.
From Mississippi? What's with the Mississippi ID?
They have so many questions, these cops. What's with the Mississippi ID?
Where are you
What's
going?
with it?
Where are you coming from?
And what's funny is
Cotton Eye
finally
Joe.
one of the cops goes, you see his name? You see his name? It's Shador Sanders. His name's Shador Sanders. And the whole traffic stop kind of changes from there. And it reminded me immediately. It's like, oh, yeah, being famous has its perks. Yeah, it's really nice if you get pulled over. As long as they don't hate you. If you get pulled over and they're like, oh, this guy. Yeah. We know who this is. It changes the whole thing. Kevin says, I'm above the law. He doesn't scream that. And I don't think he screams, do you know who I am? But he just like kind of sits there in the moment. In his big ass truck. Yeah, you can barely see him in this truck. He looks,
How short is this police officer?
I think it's a little person police officer.
The truck is like so high that you barely see him way up there in this thing. And the officers are going over the situation like, let's figure out how this is. And one of them goes, oh, I know who we're talking to here. Before you know it, the whole thing gets zipped up and they close it down. The story says, Shador Sanders is a household name of the football world, but at least one cop in Ohio couldn't recognize him earlier this month. The footage shows him getting caught going 91 and a 65.
Ooh.
And then they were perplexed by his ID afterwards, his identification. And then they looked at it. The cop says, oh, Sanders, gotcha. And then, things wrap up very quickly after that. You're like, God, you're real nice.
That's how it works for me. Oh, Lane.
Oh, there he
You
is.
want me to sing you a country song?
Christopher Lane, the country star, right here in our bust, in our midst. Unbelievable that it happened like this. So we'll see what happened with him. And right now he's doing okay on account of the celebrity front. But we also want to hear from these Karen Reed jurors. I've got that all pulled up and ready to go now. We'll hit those in just a bit on the show. We'll get to you, your dispatches, as I said, your emails. It's a Friday. Who knows what's going to happen on the show?
Baby.
I don't know what's happening on the show, but we'll find out together. It's going down when we return. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
A disabled vehicle slowing down traffic on I-4 westbound between County Road 46A and Lake Mary Boulevard. Keep an eye out for an accident reported on I-4 westbound after State Road 434. Move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency vehicles on the roadways. Traffic slowing down on Florida's Turnpike between Hancock Road and Oakland Exchange. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. How are you? Had to abandon ship there for a second. I was supposed to go into the Karen Reed juror clips, but something went sideways. We're good for that when we come back. That's why I pivoted to the completely unrelated Shador Sanders footage. How is everybody on a Friday? We doing good? You look great. I saw this story this morning, and it was a family that had their little fluffy dog, and forgot what the dog's name was. Let me see if I printed it. I don't know if I did. Oh, I did. A multi-poo. Sugar is the name of the dog. A multi-poo. The dog disappeared in 2021, okay? And the dog's owners, the multi-poo's owners, Sugar's owners, just found her. What? They just found her when the dog went missing in 2021. And they're like taking pictures with the dog's hanging out with them and stuff. Do you think if you lost your dog for 4 years, your dog would still remember you? If you lost your dog for 4 years, do you think your dog would still like come running up to you and remember you immediately? 4 years. Kurt says, good secret shows last night, Sean. Thank you, Kurt. That was a fun time. If you guys are not subscribers, good time to subscribe. Very, very fun show dropping. The new secret show drops right before 5 p.m. today. Yes, definitely. The dog would remember your scent for sure. After 4 years, you think your dog would still remember your scent? Bootsy says, we are not talking about last night. I mean, it's fine, Bootsy, right? It's fine. Nothing's weird. There's nothing weird now. Rick says, yeah, you're part of their pack. A multi-poo? A multi-poo doesn't look like it remembers anything. Like, I might think a beagle would remember your scent after those years. But a multi-poo? All right, we're coming back in 3 minutes. It was a gloryful show last night. You could say that. Hy-Vee led Mark. Hey, chat. Long time. Happy first day of summer. Hello, Mark. Welcome in. Bootsy is a little freaky, says Twitch. Yes, but until last night's secret show, we didn't know how. Just how freaky. That was the big lesson. Everybody like the stream? It just takes a second of your time. Click that like button. Mr. Predicto, is Bootsy Moonshine as freaky as some people are suggesting? Is she a freak? Tell us.
No.
Oh. Well. That kind of pops that balloon. All right, it was a fun time. Bootsy's a girl? Yes. Yes, allegedly. 2 minutes left, everybody. 2 minutes and we're coming back on the show. Question for you. Have you watched any of the Karen Reed Jurors? And if you're over it, you can say that you're over it. Have you watched any of the Karen Reed Jurors talking about this case? Because that's what I want to actually get into. I watched all of it and I feel bad for them. Why do you feel bad for the jurors? Why do you feel bad? Way over it? Some people are, I think. Sorry I was never into it. Kind of meh about the whole thing. Diddy is going to walk too. That's going to be the big verdict for like the summer that people are watching for sure. Not certain why we should care about Reed. I saw the guy talking to TMZ. We're going to go over just a little bit of this and give you a roundup so everybody knows what's going on and then we can blast past it. They did their job? True. True. All right, we're coming back now.
Get 2 free fireworks. Pyro spot prices and products blow the competition away. Locations open in Eustis, Longwood, and online at iwantfireworks.com. That's iwantfireworks.com.
Yes, it's true that most injury attorneys don't cost you a dime unless they get you money for your injuries. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. It pains me to hear people still don't know that you don't have to pay me up front. Never deal with the insurance companies alone. They have a team of lawyers, and you should have a team too. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com or call me at 1-800-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Office, Orlando.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
Viral stories of the day. Good to have you with us. Email the show at any time. Tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com. And if you're saying something, I don't know, embarrassing or weird or otherwise to us, you can always put anonymous up on top of your email. The Karen Reed fans, do they have a name? Are they like the
readers?
The readers, the readies, I don't know if they have like a name. The team
I don't know. I'll have to ask my wife.
The Karens? Oh, is your wife on Team Karen?
I think she's Team Karen.
Oh, she wearing the pink shirt around the house? Not guilty. No. Not guilty.
No.
There's a lot of them out there. Has this been a problem in your household or no?
No. What do I care?
I don't know. How do I know? I'm just asking questions over here. But the jurors have come out after the not guilty verdict for Karen Reed, and some of them want the limelight. And you know what's crazy to me? And maybe you guys, I don't know if you guys will think, Sabrina and Celine, that this is kind of a problem. But it looks like at least a couple of the people who got on the Karen Reed jury were true crime fans.
Oh,
and
is that right?
I ask you this question. Do you think that taints a jury? That like if true crime fans are now trying to get on these juries, does that kind of like... That's a little weird because the person is on the jury in such a different way than they normally are.
I guess it depends on the level of true crime fandom. And I mean, the most important part is that you are looking at the evidence, everything that is presented, and, beyond reasonable doubt. So if you were there trying to solve anything beyond and throwing in conspiracy theories, I would hope at least one person in that jury pool was like, hey guys, let's go back to focusing on what our job is here.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I want. I want regular people on the jury. That's on every jury. I want like regular ass people.
Yeah, but
nothing
regular
against
ass...
you true crime people though. I'm just saying. I don't know if I want you on my jury.
Regular people. Yeah. Everyone loves true crime. Everyone loves true crime, Sean. I mean, it's one of the most popular genres.
It is. You're right. I'm not saying you're not right. You're right. Here's why I'm jaded on this. I met somebody one time who was big on the Stephen Avery making a murderer thing. And they were like, he is not guilty. This is a travesty of justice, a small town trying to do him in, the good old boys. Same kind of stuff, same kind of vibes you get off the Karen Reed trial. And I talked to the person, and everything that they brought up, I'd go, well, have you heard this? And I would like walk them through some of the actual things in the court documents and the testimony. And once we got to the end and they were like, well, yeah, I mean, I guess it kind of does look like Stephen Avery was guilty, like he actually did it. And they said, but that's no fun. And I thought, what do you mean?
So that's the thing.
That's no fun.
That's no fun.
Right.
Like, for them, it's more exciting to watch the case and find the person innocent.
It should be, in jury selection, if you're a true crime fan, fine, but they should be asked a series of questions like to determine, are you a true crime fan because you want to know the truth, or are you more of a fan of like overturning the system?
Yeah. Like, do you think that justice actually means somebody being found not guilty? You're like saving them from something. I think that's what a lot of these people, a lot of women who are into true crime, I think that that's kind of a mindset that they have. And there was a couple of these jurors on the Karen Reed trial who were true crime fanatics. And it's like their dream. And so another thing that kind of comes up there is because they're true crime fans and they're definitely tuned into the Karen Reed case already, now they're actively trying to get on the jury instead of trying to maybe even avoid the jury, which is kind of the more normal situation. Like C-Lane just went through the jury duty process.
That's right.
And you get there, you didn't have the Karen Reed trial. Did they tell you what your case was supposed to be? Did they talk about that or no?
I did not make it that far into the process.
Why not?
Because they got rid of me.
They got rid of you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like,
okay.
You were stinking up the place, or
no?
They heard about your wife being a true crime fan, and they said, get out.
We all got into the courtroom and sat down, and the judge started to give the spiel, and they hadn't said what the charges were yet. They named the defendants. There was two of them.
Okay.
Hadn't said what the charges were yet, but the judge said, as they were she gave the spiel oh, this is your civic duty. It's one of the greatest things you could do for us. The courtroom system wouldn't work without you guys, And she goes, before we get started with questions, I've been made aware that one of the people in our jury pool may have some information about one of our attorneys. So we're just going to go ahead and ask you, tell Mr. Lane that you could.
Oh,
you
got called down for
they specifically called you out and said, "Get out of here."
Did you have?
They said you can. You're free to go. You're done for the day. Thank you for your time.
That's fun.
Okay. So they say to you, "You're free to go." You know something about one of the attorneys. What was the thing? Who was the attorney? Was Mo there?
She said some information about one of the attorneys or something. My guess is one of the attorneys said, "Hey, this guy is on the radio, and we don't really need him here." So,
I mean, the one that I did, attorneys knew who I was, but I didn't know who they were. They allowed me to proceed.
Yeah, because that's what I've heard. I've heard even though we got the radio show and some people know who we are and stuff, that still they will keep you on a trial. That they'll keep you on that regardless.
I wonder if this was a high profile case.
Maybe this person, it wasn't.
Maybe.
I do know I did look up the case when I got home and found out that if I had been picked, I would have been there another day.
Okay.
Which that would have been a little annoying because they only did selection that day. But and they found the guy's not guilty. But yeah.
What a shame. See, if you're a true crime fan, you want him. You want him to be not guilty. Well, I mean, I guess that's what you do want. That's what your quest is. Kurt says on YouTube, I would have thought being a radio show host was enough. It's not always, but I guess it was in C-Lane's case. I guess it was enough in this particular case.
This guy knows things.
This is a man who knows things. I absolutely see it here.
I do know some things.
I've seen from the audience so far and from people in chat, there are like a couple of camps people tend to be in on a case like this. There's the people who are very, very into true crime, and they're very, very into like the Karen Reed stuff. There's the people who are like, yawn, couldn't care less, next story, move on.
Talk about the war or sports.
Yeah, give us more on Iran, and those kind of things. And then there's the people who have no clue what's going on. Like they're like, I don't know who this person is. I've never heard this name before. But when you are doing jury selection, those categories become really important.
Oh,
and all of a sudden, the person that's in that like true crime category, for some lawyers, might be an awesome person to have on the judge. If I'm Karen Reed's attorneys in what's it called, voir dire or whatever, picking all the people that are going to be on the jury, I want every one of them to be a woman who loves true crime. That's what I want the whole jury to be. I want everybody on the jury to be a woman who loves true crime, because They're probably a little smarter than average. They're probably very skeptical about these kind of things as compared to your average person. And they might be very skeptical about like evidence against somebody, which would help you out in these cases. So I think it's kind of a new situation that you might be dealing with if you're a juror or if you're an attorney trying to build these juries. And we will talk with our friend Mo DeWitt about that before too long. C-Lane put it on the list.
I did. I've typed it out and everything.
There are some people sending messages to Sabrina about your house being tented and your situation there. John the Exterminator sends a dispatch, so I'm just expecting that John knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, John's probably going to, I'm ready.
Let's see what he says. Here he goes.
If it's any peace of mind, Sabrina, when you tent your house for termites, it does suck that, termites, and it does suck that it's expensive. But, hey, at least every bug inside your house will be dead. Not only just the termites, but every other one.
Oh, really? I didn't even think about that. The side effect is everything that, like any kind of little tiny minute thing that was in there just gets zapped.
Any ant, spider, cockroach.
Gone, right?
Gone.
Oh,
I'm
man.
just wondering where they died.
Is there anybody that does, and I know this is kind of a weird question, do people do like preventative termite maintenance? Like,
yeah.
Really? Like, I'll tent my house and I'll bomb it, even though I don't have any signs of it.
No.
They'll do spot treatments.
There's things that they bury in your yard that have like termite bait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Right now, it's just peak termites. Like, I am not the only house within a 10-mile radius.
You never seen like a little green circle kind of like in your grass, like way down low?
No.
How low can you go?
No, I haven't seen this, but it makes me worried now. Like, should I do this? Should I just tent for the sake of tenting and zap anything that might be in my walls?
Don't tent. They won't tent if you don't have to, but definitely do some preventative stuff because it sucks and it's gross.
Yeah, that's annoying too. Here is Man Kicking with a video dispatch. It says, time to relax. Well, I don't know. It's the weekend. Let's see what his reasoning is.
Well, my day is done early due to the rain.
Nice.
So now I just get to sit back and listen to the news junkie.
All right.
And relax on my drive home.
Be safe out there, buddy.
Have a good day.
Thank you, Man Kicking. Appreciate your dispatch. You can send yours over at thenewsjunkie.com. If you are hanging out with us today, no matter where you are, no matter where you're listening, we appreciate that, number one. And I want to tell people something because I know I love the video dispatches just because the audio on them actually seems to be better sometimes, number one. And number two, I kind of like to see what's going on. But for those of you hesitant and you're going to send a dispatch and you don't want like your face in it, just aim the camera at anything else. We don't care if we're looking at you. No, I like if you're near something cool looking, point the camera at that. It doesn't have to be pointed at your face if you don't want to. I can understand people being shy about that. Like, I get that being a concern that people would have when it comes to video versus audio dispatch.
Mask. That'd be
fun.
You
can do that? Yeah. You pop on a mask, hit record, and let us know. Maybe I should put a filter in there so people can just so they feel a little less subconscious or conscious about the whole thing.
Like a Facetune?
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Bring
just
it back.
Full makeup.
All right, send yours today. Go over to the website, thenewsjunkie.com, and hit record on your first dispatch right now. Okay, we're going to get into what these Karen Reed jurors said at some point in time. I've got a ton of clips of them, and some of the reasons why they found her not guilty are pretty insane. We do have updates on the Trump situation with Iran, where he said, I'm going to decide in 2 weeks. Which seems like a strange timeline, but okay, the markets are reacting positively to that, so we'll see what the latest details are. And a dash cam video captures a man swallowing something pretty unbelievable. You're going to hear this in just a second, and it's absolutely true. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s. I'm a loser, baby. Classic alternative.
Chance for rain, and most of it will be west of the beaches. So if you're going to the beach today, of course, keep an eye to the sky, but most of the action west of I-95. High temperature today, 91 degrees, rain chance 60%, lower rain chances this weekend, and then a long, hot, and dry stretch for next week. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected when it matters most. Be prepared with Rapid Radio's walkie-talkies. With instant push-to-talk and LTE nationwide coverage, you can reach family and friends in any emergency. 100% private, no contracts, no hassle.
Stay safe. Order now at rapidradios.com.
Folks, it is a hot, hot summer upon us here in Central Florida if you're here locally. And that means that you need to have your AC working perfectly. But you probably don't know how to fix this stuff. And going on YouTube and trying to figure it out yourself with your AC is dangerous territory. Leave it to the experts at Mills Air. Why Mills Air? Well, for one, I like that they're family owned and operated. I like that they're a locally owned and operated company. And I like that Leon Mills has decided to run a business based on not just getting money out of you for one visit, but making you a client for life because you feel like you got a great deal and you feel like they were fair to you. That's so important in a world where a lot of these people, honestly, will be all too keen to rip you off. They're not going to do that at Mills Air. They're going to take care of you and give you the honest deal that you deserve. So if you're ready for that and you're ready for your AC to get fixed and be working perfectly, call Mills Air. 407-277-1159. One more time. That's 407-277-1159. Or if you forget that, remember this. It's easy enough. Find them online at millsair.com.
Man, I'm excited for the summer. Going to the beach, hanging out by the pool, barbecue, having drinks. But all of that is getting a little more expensive. That's where Sam's Club is coming to the rescue with locked-in summer values. Until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items. And that's from paper plates to trash bags, sunscreen, even apple pie. I have my card. It's a total no-brainer to join Sam's Club because locked-in summer values can help you save on all those things you need to have a great summer. Go sign up for that membership and join Sam's Club today at samsclub.com/join.
There's $250K or more on the line every single day on Hard Rock Bet. But now you can win an even bigger share. Hard Rock Bet Battle of the Bets rolls on with a brand new format so you can win bigger bonus bets. We ask a question, you bet the winning answer for $1. Download the Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook app. Plus, new players bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Are you like millions of Americans who avoided filing their taxes this year because you're afraid you'll owe the IRS thousands, tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars? Well, you don't need to be afraid anymore. Tax Relief Advocates has the solution. We can file your back tax years and may be able to reduce or even eliminate what you owe. With over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, we've helped over 100,000 Americans just like you permanently and painlessly resolve their IRS debt. A resolution specialist is waiting to speak to you now, who will let you know what tax debt reduction you may qualify for. Don't wait. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call our tax relief hotline now to see what you qualify for at 800-511-2503. 800-511-2503. Again, that's 800-511-2503. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Want to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Pick up your phone and text the word WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number 4th of July sale. Save over $600 on our King P5 smart bed, our lowest price of the season. Limited time. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
What's up, fellas? Russ Rollins here. Get real testosterone prescribed by the doctors at Red Mountain Weight Loss. More men are suffering from low T than ever, thanks to stress, poor diet, and lifestyle. This is a serious health issue, but I tell you what, if you're feeling tired, you're feeling sluggish, you lose your mental focus all the time, if you're having trouble in the bedroom, you probably have low T. The solution is prescription strength testosterone, because nothing boosts testosterone like actual testosterone. Increasing your testosterone will give you more energy. I know. It'll help you build muscle mass. It'll help you sleep better. It improves your mental focus, and it'll boost your sex drive. It's a complete game changer. Testosterone also helps you lose and maintain your proper weight. So go to the trusted leader in health solutions for men and women, Red Mountain Weight Loss. Their experienced medical team has helped people optimize their hormones for over 30 years now, and now they can help you too. Book your free video consultation with a licensed doctor today. Have low T? Start for free this month only at Red Mountain. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
Wherever the drive takes you, we're here to help keep you on the road to summer fun. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Summer drives start here.
Go to VIOC.com for money-saving coupons and to find a location near you.
This Earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the new.
Yourself, be prepared, and some unbelievable audio that you got to hear to go along with this. The lengths that people will go to, it blows my mind, and I think it will yours too when you hear this in a moment. Hang tight for that. We want to get to you, so join us with a dispatch. Tons of video dispatches coming in today. Excited to see that. Plus, we'll get to your emails. Those are very easy to send. Tips, TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com. What is the weirdest thing you have ever swallowed in your life?
Okay.
Does anything come to mind? And when you think about this, I'll lead the way, okay? Just in case you guys start to think weirdly about this.
All right. Yeah, how transparent are we going to be here?
Everybody has something weird that they've swallowed, I think. Like there's been something in your life where you're like, oh, God, I remember the time I did this. And there's a story about this because a guy, and we talked about this when it first happened, a guy pretended to be an NBA star, and he went into a Tiffany and Co. store at the mall.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I play for the Orlando Magic, actually. And they go, oh, do you? Okay.
Wait, did he say he played for them, or was he an agent or a manager or something like that?
He pretended to be a representative, technically, for this basketball player for the Orlando Magic. And so they go, all right, bring out the big diamonds. And then this guy stole $770,000 worth of Tiffany earrings. Mm-hmm. And when the cops pulled him over, he swallowed them. Mm-hmm. He ate, and the cops were like, no! And
Yummy.
Then they literally had to wait until they went all the way through his body and out the other side.
How likely that group of cops immediately said, not it?
Yeah, I would have.
Through the poo-poos?
Oh, God, no. And just the thought of swallowing an earring, if that was one of the things, that seems like a nightmare. I'm thinking about the back part of that earring going down your throat and stuff. Oh, my God.
Owie.
But when I was little, I got in trouble for a while because my parents kept finding out that I was swallowing little pieces of my Army Men. You know those little green Army Men that you get?
More than one occasion.
Yeah. I would like twist off pieces of the Army Men, and then I would eat them. And my parents would be like, what's going on? What's wrong with all your Army Men? And I would be like, nothing. And as a little kid, I'd just be like, I didn't want to tell my parents that I had eaten, that I had been chewing away at the Army
I think
Men.
they probably noticed when there was a bite mark out of one of the Army Men's.
I didn't do it like
respect
that.
the Army Men that well, I don't think.
And I didn't do it like that. I would twist it. I would twist and twist and twist until it got really thin, and then it popped off.
And it looked delicious?
I don't know. I was a little kid and I was eating the Army Men. And my parents were like, you can't have any Army Men anymore.
Oh, my favorite snack.
You continue to eat them like they're a snack, you absolute monster. And I'm taking them away from you now.
So he had to eat the Army women.
I did this because I was a kid. But as an adult, I don't even know if I could get $770,000 worth of jewelry down. But does anything come to mind? Do you have anything through your childhood or otherwise where you're like, can't believe I did this, but I ate this, believe it or not? Don't worry. Think about it. Stew on it if you need to.
I told the story before, but I was not aware of what it was. What I did think, it was a great cup of apple juice on the kitchen counter, ready to be drunk. But instead it was... my brother refused to leave the computer because we're all supposed to share, and he didn't want to get up because the sibling would scoot in, so he decided to urinate.
It's a brutal
into a
move.
cup. Yeah.
It's a brutal move.
Even more brutal, I was like, this tastes weird, Mom. Can you try it?
The whole family's giving it a shot.
And then as soon as we asked, everyone started to do the vomiting and dropping it.
Right. Yeah, I don't blame you at all.
Did your mom try it?
Oh, yeah. Because I was like, this tastes weird. Something's wrong with this.
Because that's one of the jobs of a great mom. A mom will be like, is there something wrong with it? And they'll try the food or the drink that you're insisting like something is wrong with it.
I could have poisoned my whole family. Thank God it wasn't like cyanide.
Yeah, the mom's like the poison tester. The mom's like the one that goes, is it? No, there is something weird about this.
When the pacifier drops on the ground, puts it in her mouth, back in the baby's mouth.
What about you, Celine? Anything weird that you ate as a child or in your life?
I think we had a Fairvilla segment in which you ate a lot of weird things.
I can't think of anything, and so I'm waiting for a text from my mom. Weirdly enough, I see that she has read the text message that I sent her.
She doesn't want to tell you. She's like,
but I don't see any typing dots, Mom.
Yeah. The fact is, you used to eat your own underwear, and your mom doesn't want to hit you with that right now. That's the truth for somebody out there. For somebody out there, you've been through this. Let us know your story. Send it over at thenewsjunkie.com.
What'd you eat? An answer?
What'd you eat? Underwear it is,
says, Nope, it's bad.
Oh, really?
LOL. Rubbing alcohol.
Jesus. Celine?
That adds up, though.
Not sure why it was out, but you opened it and took a swig. I freaked and called 911. They checked you out and said you probably didn't drink it because of the smell. Well, I showed them.
Suckers.
As he pulls out a brand new rubbing alcohol bottle that he chugs from.
The worst one that I've done, which I told you guys a very long time ago on the show, was I nearly died because I ate the do not remove tag from the mattress when I was 5 or 6 years old.
Just such random things.
I know.
In Sean's mouth.
I've told you this story before, but my mom came in and I was a little kid. I remember laying down on the mattress, and where my face was, the do not remove tag was right there. So I just start kind of eating it, and then it like went into my throat, and I had the full do not remove tag down my throat, and my aunt had to come over from next door, and they pulled it out of my throat. I almost died choking on the do not remove tag.
I will give one more before I imagine a story that leads into this question. But this was an adult male who, at a bar that I frequent, saw the tablets for the sanitizer sink.
Oh.
And for some reason just said, oh, those must be Tums, and threw it in his mouth. And threw what is a concentrate of very poisonous sanitizing chemicals.
That's not good.
And we just had to sit there and watch him, call poison control. And till this day, I've run into him. I'm like, hey, there's a sanitizer mouth. How you doing, bud?
I think as an adult, I'm very careful about this because of all these stories, because of this kind of stuff. Because my sister coming home one day and saying, my friend ate a live lizard for $5 in a Nintendo game. And all this kind of stuck with me. But this guy
did the friend survive the live lizard? Because we've heard of other people who eat live things and...
Yeah.
No, this guy survived.
Too.
He ate it, and it was before everybody had cameras and stuff, so I don't even think the friends filmed it or anything. Well, you didn't have like a phone camera back then. This was police officers interacting with this guy, Florida Highway Patrol troopers. Jathan Lawrence Gilder.
Jason?
Was the guy who robbed this Tiffany and Co. He said he worked for an Orlando Magic NBA player, and he grabbed the jewelry. I can see it right here. It's like a big necklace and a bunch of stuff that he's looking at here. He grabs it. Oh, leaves the necklace behind. Grabs the earrings. He's trying to swallow them right now.
Spit it out now. Spit it out now.
Spit it out now. They've got him smashed on the hood of the police car. Like, spit it out now. Spit it out.
Spit it out. Spit it out.
I don't know how this guy's doing this.
Spit it out.
They're trying to push in on his cheeks to make it so that he can't swallow the
that might be
earrings.
his throat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so they're
like,
cutting off his airway.
One hand is pushing on his throat, but like with fingers, not like a chokehold. And there's several of the officers pushing on his cheeks to try to get the actual earrings, the diamond earrings, out of this guy's mouth.
Spit it out.
What's the long-term plan here?
Spit it out.
Just wait.
Spit it out.
I mean, for him, what
I mean, just let him swallow it and grab it afterwards.
But does he think I swallowed those? Now, no takesy backsies.
Swallowers keepers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you can't get it
The
from me
spitters
now.
are quitters.
Avendisora on Twitch says, are they trained to do this? Probably not.
Do you see that there's 3 grown men pushing on his head? No.
Yeah, trying to get diamonds out of a man's mouth.
They
Like,
should just do the dog trick.
That's a breather. Spit it out.
Spit it out.
Spit it out.
Nobody knows how to stop this guy. They weren't ready for
You know
it,
what
I don't
to do.
think.
Finger.
What? You got to like
Like he stopped 2 dogs from fighting.
Oh, in the backside finger? Would that, I don't know if that, well,
Would that make you
not
spit out
work.
diamonds out of your mouth?
It would make me question what I was doing at that point in time. I would immediately go,
It would
maybe
throw
this.
you off so much.
Yeah, I would not be prepared for that to happen, I don't think. But this guy just swallowed these earrings in $770,000 worth. And they were threatening to tase him and all kinds of stuff. They struggled with him for like a minute 45 and then finally said, okay, we're going to have to wait this out. And they waited it out. They got the diamond earrings on the other side. And what happens with him after that, I don't know. I don't know.
They're going to clean them and put them right back on the shelf.
Yeah, there's no way they don't go back into circulation, right? Like,
I mean,
what are the chances that they go, okay, you found the loophole, you keep the poop earrings now? No, they're going to keep them. So what does that mean? That means somebody has them.
Yeah,
the loophole poople. That means that they now have to.
It's not
put
just
those
for
back
Catholic
into
girls
circulation.
anymore.
No.
True.
And Mormons.
It's not something where they're just going to throw away $770,000 worth of diamonds.
But
I'll
are they
tell
going to
you,
melt it down, put the diamonds in, clean?
There's still butt
bracket?
diamonds. There's still butt diamonds.
Do they have
And
to disclose
me,
that legally to the future purchaser?
Should they?
Yeah,
I think
would say.
so.
I'd say
I
for a
think so.
solid discount,
Yeah.
take out $15,000 to $20,000
Yeah,
and
but
I'll buy the poop earring.
If they, okay, you don't really melt down diamonds, but you can like shape them into something else. But if they change the
I got a jeweler
jewelry
on the show here, huh?
into something different, I don't think you would have to tell people.
Yeah.
Nasty.
I think they should have to, though. I do. What do you think, folks? Let us know the newly released body cam footage from this story making the rounds today. Take a peek at that.
I could probably find out like if somebody had to wait at the hospital or if there was somebody that had to go through it.
Somebody did, because I think when the story originally came out, we talked about like they were waiting and then they finally eventually 3-4 days later or something got it out of this guy. There's just no chance that they throw it in the trash. They're not going to do that. They're absolutely going to make something of this. All right, let's go to you. Let's see what you have going on. We got a bunch of people. Let's go to the video dispatches first. I would like to prioritize them. Here's Lisa Saves the Bees. What a fun dispatch name that is. Here she goes.
Have a great Friday, mother effers.
Whoa.
Okay.
This is my second pair of Ray-Ban Meta glasses, and I absolutely love them.
Why aren't you
really?
Just Bruno.
using them?
Oh, she's got
Saturday,
her second
Sunday.
pair of Ray-Ban Meta glasses, which apparently
We got
Ray-Ban's
something in
business
common.
model. Their business model is to sell you not one but two, just like they did with Sabrina as well.
Here's the deal. I'm about to get me a third pair.
Why?
Because I don't like the transition lenses.
Oh, my God.
So I'm with the 30-day, and I'm going to trade them out for the regular ones.
Okay, that's fine. I thought you were going to have to buy yet another
No.
pair of these damn things.
No,
Okay.
but considering the investment of it all, I'd like to have a proper pair.
These are popping off
So
right
wait,
now.
the ones you have now are bifocals?
No, they're like, they'll go from clear to what I thought was a, sunglass tint.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, you just look like Chris Pratt in that commercial, or it's just a slight tint, and you can see where my eyes are. I don't
There's
care for it.
a lot of people are getting these, though. And there's new Oakley ones, too. I don't know if you've seen those.
Oakley? No,
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oakley has them, too. So if you want to look a little bit more like Guy Fieri and then still have
Flavor
those
jam.
cameras on your glasses, you can do that. It's an option for you if you're interested. Let us know what you think. Send us your video dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com right now. All right, quick break. We'll come back with more of you and your messages. We've got a very strange clip from Trump to play here. We got a lost and found miracle that we absolutely have to get into. In fact, that'll be coming up next on the News Junkie.
It's never been easier to listen to Real Radio 104.1 wherever you go. Make us your number one preset on our free iHeartRadio app.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The roadways are busy and so are emergency crews, clearing up a couple accidents here. There's a car stopped on the shoulder on I-4 westbound before Lake Mary Boulevard. A crash is getting cleared up on State Road 434 at Westtown Parkway. Expect some rainy conditions, reduced visibility, and slippery roadways on Florida's Turnpike. The roadways are busy, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected when it matters most. Be prepared with Rapid Radio's walkie-talkies. With instant push-to-talk and LTE nationwide coverage, you can reach family and friends in any emergency. 100% private, no contracts, no hassle.
Stay safe. Order now at rapidradios.com.
Quitting tobacco is hard, but it's also hard to deal with a cough that won't go away and thinking it's lung cancer, or feeling your heart race after a walk and wondering if it's a heart attack, or telling your family you may not be around to see your next birthday.
Quitting tobacco is hard, but the consequences are even harder. Tobacco-Free Florida has free resources to help you stay smoke-free. You may be eligible to receive free nicotine patches, gum, or lozenges. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW or visit tobaccofreeflorida.com.
Your cruise is booked, but why rush to the port when you can start your vacation early? The legendary Cocoa Beach is your ultimate pre-cruise paradise, just minutes from Port Canaveral. Stretch out on sandy shores, surf some waves, or kayak with dolphins before you set sail. Need a hotel? Cocoa Beach has plenty, plus shuttle packages.
No, I'm telling you.
No, you don't have to tell anyone.
I'm telling everybody.
No.
Skull night, people. The weirdest thing Courtney ate was she ate her friend's already chewed food.
Stop it, John.
That's gross.
I was young.
How much money did you get?
I don't know. I don't think I got anything.
You did it for free? Why?
No.
That's weird. What a disaster.
I've eaten a lot of things in nature, too.
Like what?
Dirt.
You just eating
wood,
dirt?
Sap.
I didn't sign up for a dirt eater. What?
Leaves.
Why?
Well, I didn't swallow them, most cases.
Why are you eating them?
Just to see what it tastes like.
What a weirdo. What are you doing?
I'm going for a run.
Okay. Try not to go too fast.
I'll try.
Okay. See you later.
Hey, I did.
Bye. Bye. What a crazy. Folks, good news for many of you. Your merch is on the way. Merch on the way. These shirts have arrived. They will be processed and shipped, and every single one of you who ordered one will get your order next week. They'll all be out next week, every one of them. You ate Army men. You have no dog in this fight, Sean. I challenge you to this. And chat, chime in to verify my thoughts here. I think everyone would choose piece of an Army man over somebody's already been chewed food? Chat. What would you eat? Army man or already been chewed food? Army man or already been chewed food? If you have to pick between the two. It's going to be all Army men. Merch better be hot, lukewarm. I send it back. You won't have a problem with that. Eat recycled food. It's good for the environment. And okay for you. I don't know about that. At least pre-chewed food is food? You're just doing this to go against the grain and against me. There is 0% chance you would choose Army.
I would choose Army men.
I know. See, even she would choose Army men. That's the funniest thing.
What? It tells people beforehand what's going on.
That's the funniest thing.
Why?
Because you have a fanny pack with a pepper spray on it, like
they know what I have. I'm packing.
You're packing, yeah, I guess. It's just Nerdville. You have a fanny pack with pepper spray.
Am I supposed to leave my phone and my AirPods and my...
I don't know. You don't need to hold your AirPods in your ear?
Yeah, but I still have to bring the carrier.
Oh, okay. Why?
I don't know. Just
okay. Just in case? All right. Oh, well, don't spray anybody if you don't have to. Okay, bye. Okay, folks. We're coming back. Let's go. Yeah. Here we go.
Office near you.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now. ReeseWindows.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Radio. They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
At least I hope so. You can learn more about the show. It's on the website, which, as you might imagine, is thenewsjunkie.com. Thenewsjunkie.com. There you can learn more about the show, subscribe to the podcast for free, and also you can send us what we call a dispatch. That's the way you give your feedback, your thoughts, your opinions to the show at thenewsjunkie.com. Courtney comes into the studio, and I about died. She's going for her run. She's going on a run, and she's got like her whole getup, and because there's weirdos in the world, we just know this now, folks. Ladies know this in particular. There's weirdos out there all over the place, and she's got her like running fanny pack, and then like all these little pockets and stuff in it. And on the side, she has a little pepper spray, and it's like this little equipment set for her to take on whatever's out there in the real world.
I'm about it.
I was like, what are you doing? Why are you wearing that? She goes, I want people to know what I'm dealing with. I want people to know that I'm strapped. Yeah,
Yep.
that I'm strapped and I'm ready to go.
I had the same thing with the kitty claws. I go, It looks like a cute keychain, but it'll poke your eyes out if you try to harm me or those that I love.
I will blast you if I have to, is her message that she's trying to send to the world. There's a video making the rounds, as is the want these days to pass around the viral videos. And people there's like a mixed reaction, as you might imagine, on a father who I think just did like a sweet dad thing. I like it. I think it's good. But some folks were saying, full Karen attitude here, that he interrupted the production. The first thing is, the production is a bunch of kindergartner kids. No one cares. I was involved in kindergarten productions, elementary school production. No one cared, all right? The parents don't really care that much. You're sitting there, you're watching your kid. If it wasn't your kid on the stage, you wouldn't pay a cent to be at that place. It's not a great performance. It's just fun because it's your kids, all right? Dad's watching. All the other little girls in his daughter's class are out and dancing in this routine. And his daughter is in the back, and his daughter was like too scared.
Oh.
So he pops on the stage. Like he's
sweet.
He's watching, and he goes straight up on the stage to help his daughter. And people are like, "You're ruining the event and the production for some of the other girls that were doing the right thing there."
I mean, do any of the other girls know that that's girl's dad, or is a strange man now on the stage with them?
No, none of these girls cared. It was fun. Watch this. Here's the moment for those of you watching on YouTube and Twitch. Dad sees that his daughter is not doing the dance along with the other girls. And she's in the back corner. He goes over and grabs her and picks her up. And then he joins in.
They're all loving it.
And starts doing a little dance.
Was she crying?
Yeah, I think so. I think she was scared and she was crying. Pops jumped up on the stage and like did super dad thing, which is super fine.
That's
I
cute.
think. Big Digits on Twitch though says wrong. Parents thrive on this. I don't think if you're a parent and you take a kid's production so seriously that you're mad at another parent for interrupting it in this fashion to go up there and help their crying daughter, that's loser parenting. I'm not even a parent. I'm not like the parent judge person. I'm not that type. But that's loser parenting. If you got up, you're like, my daughter was doing a great job, and you went up there and took the attention away from her.
You upstaged her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Who cares?
I don't think that his daughter is going to be doing much more stage performances, and your daughter will probably be pushed to do that until she's 18.
Your daughter doesn't. Your daughter's
It's
just
not her
having
last
fun.
performance.
If you're 5 years old or like 7 years old or something on stage with your friends, you're just having fun. You're not doing it because you're trying to create magical moments of entertainment.
I was when I was Annie in 4th grade. Thank you.
Do you still remember the Annie songs?
The sun will come out tomorrow.
Yeah, of course. Everybody knows
Daddy
that one.
Warbucks.
Give me a B-side. Give me one that most people wouldn't know that you still remember.
There was
from
one.
Annie.
There was like a duet that I sang with Daddy Warbucks, but I do not remember. I mean, it's somewhere in my head.
Can I guess how this went for you when you were a kid?
Sure, because I don't know where the tape is.
Okay, that leads me into where I was going to begin with. If I could guess how this went, because your dad was so into electronics and stuff, I feel like your dad might have been the guy to bring the whole ass camera to the production, but no?
Not allowed. But
oh, really?
This school production said no cameras because we have multiple cameras. And they were doing like switching before switching was cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this was
and
after
that was
my time.
given as a tape to us, and the tape is now gone forever. Or
I don't think it is.
I mean, it's someone purchased it at Goodwill or something because it's not in the Amber household anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch. I think the father did something sweet here. I think most people are acting that way.
Agree.
Slim on YouTube says they're a bunch of dance Karens. The Karen that got mad should be removed. It's just taking stuff too seriously. That's what it is. There's people who take the things with their children so seriously where it's like, it's about little kids having fun. Let them do their thing, for God's sake. All right, we're going to go to you. You join us on the show with your dispatches, as I said. And we were talking earlier about some guy who swallowed, what was it, $700,000+ in diamonds, and the cops were trying to stop him, which spun us out onto some of the strangest things we've eaten in our lives. And Courtney busted in the studio. She won't want me to tell this story.
Okay, so
but I'll share with you anyhow. She said one time her friend dared her to eat the food that she had already chewed, like ABC food. already been chewed food,
Like
and
Mama Bird style.
and she goes, and I did it because it was a dare, and I was younger, and I said, well, how much money did you get? And she goes, money.
Bragging rights, baby.
No, I'm like, oh God, and she goes, you ate Army men, and I said, yeah, Army men is less bad in every measurable way than eating somebody else's already chewed food. Oh God. No, that's
I haven't done
not
that
for
with
me.
food.
What have you done it with?
Yeah. Expand upon that.
Liquor?
Yeah.
Liquor. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I let a bartender baby bird me a shot once.
That's sweet. I mean,
How
we've
well did you know
also-
this bartender?
He was a good friend.
Okay. I
We
hope
also
so.
had that, there's a weird phase of people that have like that divot in their chest.
Mm-hmm.
I have that.
And how many people have taken shots out of your divot?
Nah, that's not been a thing.
No?
Wait, did it at Okeechobee? I don't think so. It was out of someone else's chest with a divot.
Today's
that's
the
like a
day.
belly button thing.
Sabrina, take a shot out of C-Lane's divot just to really drive the point home today. I think this is...
Did you shower today?
You're going to find out.
Okay.
Jules. That is a no. That is a... Anyhow, let's go to one of these
big time,
dispatches.
anyhow.
Let's see what we got here. Beha sends a video dispatch over. It says, the weirdest thing I ever ate.
Hey, Sean, back when I was a young whippersnapper, my mom was getting ready with some hair moves. She was getting ready for work. And I was watching her, and I'm probably like 5 or 6, and I see her with the hair moves, and I say, Mom, you're putting whipped cream in your hair.
Oh, no, don't eat it.
She said, no, this isn't whipped cream. You're wrong. And then she went out of the room because I guess the phone was ringing, and
You didn't believe her?
I thought, well...
Certainly she's lying.
Only one way to find out. Let me eat it.
Believe her that it's not whipped cream. So I tasted it. It was not whipped cream.
Yeah, that's the lesson. That's the lesson of the day right there for you, Beha.
Did the same thing with the foam soap.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Thought it was like, oh, obviously a dollop of ranch. And like without second guessing.
Not.
Right.
Not.
I just had a memory.
What?
Where I thought something was food that I had like just dropped on my shirt.
Yeah.
So I picked it up and ate it. And
Oh, God. Tell me it wasn't bird poop. Please tell me it wasn't bird poop.
It was bird poop.
It was bird poop.
Oh, you ate
That's the worst one. That's the worst one
That's
of
the
the
winner.
day.
That's so much worse than all of the other options.
Yeah.
That's as
Wow.
bad as it gets. Oh.
Christopher.
And were you able to hold that down?
I don't remember if I spit it out or what happened.
Oh, that's so gross.
I don't even know what to do
That's
with
so
you.
gross.
I'm glad Beha can't hear this back because she's an old lady and that's a lot. That's tough.
What are you
think she
coming
was
to
an old
Beha
lady.
for?
You didn't know Beha was an old lady? Yeah, Beha's, I think, 71. Didn't you see her? You can see, right? You can see when we bring up one of the video
I thought she was a
dispatches.
hipster.
No, she's old, but a nice lady nonetheless. Okay, send in your dispatches.
I don't know if I
over
want to
at-
hear these stories anymore.
No, you're done? You're throwing in the
getting
towel?
a little queasy.
Yeah, C-Lane took it too far, honestly. I don't know. You
I
should probably
appreciate his
apologize.
transparency, but
Maybe too transparent.
I had, I think I had repressed that memory because when you first brought it up, I didn't have any good answers, and I'm texting my mom and asking questions, and now
bird poop.
Things are just coming out because of the different stories we're hearing.
You just rub it off your shirt, and you just assume it's sour cream, and then.
Oh my God, so
That's disgusting. We have to move on. I
Sour
can't.
cream
yeah.
and maybe a little guacamole in it.
Oh my God!
it was bird diarrhea. It was bird diarrhea.
It
No,
wasn't
it's just
even like one color. It wasn't even okay.
I don't remember looking
enough.
at it, man.
No, enough. We got the people are eating. We have to move past this. We have
Bird poop, apparently.
We have to move past this. Good God. Okay, real quick, the story that I teased. I want to pay this off. A South Florida family very happy. They're excited. Their dog Sugar was found. Sugar, a multi-poo, disappeared in 2021.
It's kind of like what I ate from the bird.
2021. Sugar was found at a local shelter this month. And now, after 4+ years, the family has their dog back.
Oh.
And I said to people in chat earlier, I was like, do you think your dog would remember you after 4 years? And Every last person said yes. I don't know, man. I don't
smell.
4 years. If it was a puppy when you lost your dog, and 4 years later your dog comes back, it has no idea who you are. People are like, well, it's going to remember your smell, and I don't know. Dogs have great smell, but 4 years? That's a long time. The old multi-poo Sugar is back at home after quite a long time, and we'll see what you have to think about this and Sea Lion's vile story with your dispatches. Send them at thenewsjunkie.com. Sorry, John. Sorry, CNJ Ford. She says guacamole made me dry heave. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll push you right over the edge. We got the next episode coming up in just a bit. Some of the clips we got to work in. We got This Week in Florida. We are stacked up with a whole bunch on a very busy Friday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Jim Colbert Show. Out of context.
I am not a chocolate sucker. What I do like to do, though, is bite them in half and extrude the peanut while the shells of the M&M are dead in my mouth.
That's what it is. You're a nut sucker.
I'm not a nut sucker, Deborah.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
There's a crash getting cleared up on State Road 434 at Westtown Parkway. Expect some rainy conditions on some of the major roadways, reduced visibility, slippery roadways. Traffic still slowing down on I-4 through that amusement park area. Expect some delays on Florida's Turnpike between Hancock Road and Oakland Exchange. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association.
The International Hot Rod Association Outline Drink Series is back. 5 events, 3 locations. 1 explosive season. Top fuel, funny cars, promos. You are in the stands. Get your tickets now at IHRA.com. It's IHRA.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival,
presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 19th and 20th. Streaming live only on Hulu.
And you can be there
for a weekend full of superstar performances, never-before-seen collaborations, and once-in-a-lifetime artist moments you'll have to see to believe. Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Get your tickets today at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
Greenway Kia is under new management. With 3 great locations across Central Florida and one of the area's largest selections, we want to see you in a Kia. Upgrade your summer adventure in a brand new 2025 Kia Sportage EX. Lease it for just $149 per month for 24 months with $39.95 due at signing and 0 security deposit. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Kia. Visit GreenwayKias.com today.
Qualified applicants through KFA. Includes $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax title license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 doc fee. Expires 7/15/25.
Yeehaw! R.C. Hill here, your deputy tariff sheriff. See, tariffs are coming in, and they're fixing to drive up car prices. But I locked and loaded massive inventory before the tariffs hit. That means you could get exclusive access to my pre-tariff rides. You could even drive for no money down. So come check out the new Mitsubishi Outlander or the new Mirage at 43 miles per gallon with a lifetime warranty. Only when you visit me, the tariff sheriff. See, at R.C. Hill, we're all about affordability. My solution specialists are the toughest around. So don't spend another minute in a car you hate. Right now, I'll pay way over appraised value for your old ride regardless of condition. And who knows when car prices will be this low again. Plus, I've got over 200 certified used cars, trucks, and SUVs. But hurry, when they're gone, they're gone. I'm R.C. Hill, your car dealer next door. 2 locations, Deland and Ocala. Get a sneak peek of all my pre-tariff rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$0 down in credit requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price determines actual trade allowance. Offer ends June 30, 2025.
Tight on cash? Say less. McDonald's under $4 McValue menu comes through. Indulging your sweet tooth or craving something savory? Tired of the same old, same old? Pick from your favorites like a creamy vanilla cone for $1.50 or a small frappe like rich caramel or chocolatey mocha for just $3.50. Quick snack breaks to late night cravings and everything in between. Mickey D's comes through. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
It doesn't matter where in the world you are, when you eat McDonald's fries, you're home. Day or night,
rain, shine, good day or bad, there's something about golden, crispy, medium fries that feels like everything is going to be okay. And now I can get them for free when I spend $1 on any order in the McDonald's app. A deal so good, might as well pair with a classic Quarter Pounder with cheese or the iconic Big Mac. Get a little taste of home with Mickey D's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid through 7/31/25 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a week. Must opt into rewards. Excludes tax.
Are you ready for some locked-in summer value? At Sam's Club until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items, including must-haves like sunscreen and ice cream. Go sign up for a membership and join Sam's Club today at samsclub.com/join.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell...
Hey, everybody. B-Hall, happy 75th birthday, by the way. Congratulations. I hope you got those girdles that I sent you. Think they're going to look great. Our friend Mo DeWitt will be joining us in a bit on the show. Mo DeWitt in a bit, as they say. Right now, we're going to get geared up for a couple of things and play some clips that I've got stacked up from the week, hopefully. Then we're going to do the next episode. Then we're going to do This Week in Florida. And then we're going to actually dive into the comments from the Karen Reed Jurors, which are pretty wild. And you got to make sure you hear that. Okay, we're coming back, everybody. Happy Friday. You made it this far. Carlos, Cloud. Celebrate.
After a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Carlos, Cloud, and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
La Galleria.
And of course, American touches, like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin.
Book now and save up to 30% off, plus kids sale free.
MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
OpenAI is a financial abomination, a thing that should not be, an aberration, a symbol of rot at the heart of Silicon Valley. And I'm going to tell you why on my show Better Offline, the rudest show in the tech industry, where we're breaking down why OpenAI, along with other AI companies, are dead set on lying to your boss that they can take your job. I'm also going to be talking with the greatest minds in the industry about all the other ways the rich and powerful are ruining the computer. Listen to Better Offline on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Better Offline and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Most impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors are installed in just 6 to 8 weeks. Visit reesewindows.com.
Documenting and contributing to the decline in American culture. This
Maybe it's a great idea. I don't know. We'll explore it together. That's what we'll do, and that's what we often do around here. We talk about everything happening viral in the world and in your life. And if you want to hear us comment about something else, if we're missing any stories, hit us up. Tell us what you're thinking. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com. What do you think about that? Just the name itself. The name itself, Alligator Alcatraz, makes me not want to be, well, anywhere near it if I'm really thinking about things. But
like
this
the
is
bad alligators.
Oh, it's
They're in
like
big trouble. I thought they just euthanized them.
No. This is from the Attorney General, I believe. Hang on, James Meyer, and he's the Attorney General of Florida. And I believe this is what he's proposing. All right, he's put together a little video and everything about this. So let's see what the Attorney General says about this Alligator Alcatraz.
Attorney General James Meyer here at the Miami-Dade Collier Training Facility. This is an old, virtually abandoned airport facility.
This is the intro for Pawn Stars here.
That's right, baby. Ready to see some snappers?
It's like, I'm Attorney General. Boom, down. Really getting with it, man. Hang on. Let me boost the audio just a little tiny bit
Audio
here.
sounded fine.
Did it?
Old Boostmaster 5000.
Sorry.
Here.
Didn't know I didn't need it to, but I've got it ready now for you regardless. Here he is with a little more guitar.
Attorney General James Upmeyer here at the Miami-Dade Collier training facility. This is an old, virtually abandoned airport facility right in the middle of the Everglades. Florida's been leading on immigration enforcement, supporting the Trump administration and ICE's efforts to detain and deport
Let's lower the
criminals.
production, guys.
No, it's jamming, and that's what they want here. So Florida's been leading the way, he's saying, in like rounding up illegals. So we need an Alligator Alcatraz. Okay, all right. He says there's a place that's virtually abandoned, and we're going to just take the illegal immigrants and put them at the Alligator Alcatraz? Okay, do we need this?
Aliens. The governor tasked state leaders to identify places for new temporary detention facilities. I think this is the best one. As I call it, Alligator Alcatraz.
My God, they got logos and everything. Alligator Alcatraz.
Taxpayer dollars?
I guess so. Yeah, put the video together probably. This is his staff. There's a 39 square mile Miami-Dade Collier training and transition airport site that could be ready to hold up to 1,000 ICE detainees in as soon as 30 days. I mean, if there's a place with like an airstrip and everything, that's probably smart. We could get people out of the country if you need to fly them somewhere else.
That airstrip looks like it used to be for some drugs.
It does, doesn't it? Something about those random South Florida airstrips that are abandoned. And you go,
no tower, no nothing.
No, it seems a little fishy. And it probably was. But now it's Alligator Alcatraz.
This 30 square mile area is completely surrounded by the Everglades. Presents a efficient, low-cost opportunity to build a temporary detention facility because you don't need to invest that much in the perimeter.
Okay.
People get out, there's not much waiting for them other than alligators and pythons. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Within just 30 to 60 days after we begin construction, it could be up and running and could house as many as 1,000 criminal aliens. This presents a great opportunity for the state of Florida to work with Miami-Dade and Collier counties. Alligator Alcatraz.
Oh, Alligator Alcatraz.
Build a secure enough facility to hold a bunch of essentially prisoners.
Yeah.
In 30 days?
Don't they already have facilities for most of this stuff? And in all reality, shouldn't we focus on, instead of that, like making the process make more sense and making the process more seamless so we don't have to worry about like all these detention facilities? If we find somebody and we get final deportation status on them, sayonara, just get them out of here. What are we doing? Like once we get to the point where it's like, hey, deport this person, get them out of here. Why are we worrying about like building an Alligator Alcatraz? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe this is needed. Let us know if you're behind it. If you support the Alligator Alcatraz, I'm sure there are some of you who absolutely do. Okay, let me get rid of that then. Sealand said the audio didn't need to be boosted. Boosted it anyways. I don't be listening. Sometimes I just go off and do my own thing like that. It's how it goes. In the meantime, wild and crazy man. That's what they call me. In the meantime, we're still waiting to see what's happening with Iran. We don't know if we're the United States of America at war alongside Israel now. Trump has said he's going to figure this out in like the next 2 weeks or something, but it's been going on for a while. They're bombing the hell out of each other. And I keep hearing stuff. It's like, now it's hard to tell what's going on in Iran because they cut a lot of the internet. Like they just cut the internet off in Iran. And people, they can't upload videos and stuff, so we don't get to see what's going on quite as much. In Israel, I'm still seeing the footage, and I see this footage, and they go, Iran bombed a hospital. And I'm like, damn, that's brutal. Bombing a hospital. And they show the footage, and they show, like, the hospital's all bombed. And then I see a story, like, I scroll, and it's like, Israel bombed 2 hospitals. And I'm like, what's going on here? Are we just exclusively bombing hospitals back and forth? What's happening here?
And I don't think I'm no war guru, but are your biggest threats in the hospital? Sometimes.
I don't know if this was the case here. Everybody's got an excuse, but it's harder to tell what's going on when everybody seems kind of interested in building up some propaganda. So it's hard to find out like what the truth is, even when you're actively watching a live war between 2 countries. And you don't even know if the United States of America is involved in any of
well,
this.
we have 12 days.
Yeah, we're going to figure it out. Two weeks, and then we'll find out.
I feel like this is a little unprecedented as far as the government saying, oh, we're going to give it 2 weeks. Like, doesn't that seem like a long time?
It does when Israel said it's going to take 3 to 4 weeks if the United States doesn't intervene. If they do, it'll take a matter of days. And it's like, all right, we'll tell you in 2 weeks. Well, I mean, in 2 weeks, you can just go, we've almost arrived at a decision. And Israel will be just walloping Iran the whole time. And they'll go, you know what? We're good. Never mind. We're good. And then we don't have to get involved, which I'm fine with that, honestly. Bonnie on YouTube, my mother's name. From my brother in Israel, our city got a lot of rocket hits in the last few days. Today I went to Tel Aviv and I couldn't be home anymore. Everything is closed, they said.
Some of the footage coming out of there is insane.
It's wild, man. I like whenever I see a city getting bombed, it makes it so much more intense because you think there are just people waiting. There are warning sirens that go off. They look up at the skies and they go, is this missile? Firework. Like, yeah, that's real. And is this missile going to hit my apartment building? Like, that's an actual thing that some people have to deal with, unfortunately, over there in Israel or on the other side in Iran. But give us your thoughts on this. Of course, go over to thenewsjunkie.com right now. When we return, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Why cover that war and inflation and the protests when we can find out the most popular sharks in media? All thanks to the 50-year-old Jaws. Cancer sucks, but does it suck more when your oncologist gives the news alongside a sick burn? Let's ask Jeff Ross. Plus, if you've been yearning for a 3D billboard of giant anime boobs, yearn no more. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's Bungalower and the Bus. And at 9, we all find out what the hell Angel is listening to tonight on Real Radio 104.1.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And on this first day of summer, this Friday, we're going to have a steamy morning and a stormy afternoon. Our chance for rain, 60%. The high temperature, 91 degrees. That's about where we should be this time of year. We also need some rain, and today's our best chance for it for about the next 7 days. In fact, this weekend rain chances will sort of hang back a little bit, only isolated and mostly west of Orlando. Then next week looks to be mainly dry. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected and stay productive with Rapid Radios. Business owners trust Rapid Radios for instant, reliable team communication with nationwide LTE coverage, push-to-talk convenience, and room for up to 200 units on one feed. Keeping connected's never been easier.
Order now at rapidradios.com.
Eye Candy Energy Drink.
Enjoy Eye Candy Energy Drink at Rock Freedom and Fireworks, featuring Papa Wheelie, food trucks, vendors, and an awesome fireworks show. Saturday, June 28th, 5 to 9 p.m. at Ryder Park in Longwood. Taste the sweet life.
Eye Candy Energy Drink.
Kick off your summer with free breakfast, live music, and ice-cold drinks. Join the Monsters in the Morning Friday, June 20th for a live broadcast at the Crimson House in New Smyrna Beach. Bring a food donation for the Volusia Food Bank and enjoy a free hot breakfast from Bagel King. Chill with Bud and Bud Light buckets, sip from a full wine and beer bar, grab some exclusive merch, and vibe to live music all morning long. It's the Monsters Summer Kickoff Live Show, sponsored by Budweiser and Bud Light in support of the Folds of Honor Foundation, Camus Vineyards, promos for you, and Coronado Beach Productions. Don't miss it. Friday, June 20th at the Crimson House.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it.
Hey folks, how are you? Getting ready for the next episode in just a moment. Hope you got some big weekend plans. Let me know what you're up to. If you missed it earlier, the latest merch drop is on its way here right now. It's going to be delivered before too long, and then every single one of those orders will be fulfilled next week. So you'll get yours soon. Thank you for your patience. Ted said, been surrounded by storms in DeLand, but not one drop. Yesterday, right before Secret Shows, it was so stormy out, and I was like, I got to get in my walk. And I said, Courtney, I'm going to try it. And I went for like 2 miles or so, and didn't rain at all. And so I text her, I go, do you want to bring Lady? It's not raining, it's fine, I've avoided it. And she goes, yeah, all right, I'll get ready. She gets ready, get Lady on the leash, walked out the door, raining. Almost immediately. Almost immediately raining. 2.5 minutes. Where is my merch? It's on the way, buddy. On the way. Just stay patient. Stay patient. Kurt says, I keep checking the mail every day and walking back to the house with my head hanging. Don't worry, you'll be fine soon. Hey, I don't know how many of you watch the YouTube videos. Not a huge number of you. Most of the YouTube attention is on the lives. But I'm trying to figure out like what people want on the YouTube video side. And the thing that I'm landing on is like maybe a 10, 12-ish, right around there, maybe top end 14-minute segment. Like the biggest topic, the most interesting take, the big story of the day, one full segment from the show. I think that is probably the best model. But as I start to post those, like I posted one of the guy falling in love with the AI. If you like them, tell me you like them. If you don't, tell me why not, okay? All right, just keep an eye on that. There won't be any nudes, no. Well, maybe. Follow-up streams? Yes, there will be more streams, definitely. That's the line. 14?
Summer is here, and you know what that means. Carbecues. No, not barbecues. Carbecues. Where your seats roast, your steering wheel sizzles, and your sunglasses melt into the dash. Get a WeatherTech sunshade for your windshield and the full vehicle kit to cover all your windows. Custom fit for your specific vehicle, sunshade blocks the scorching sun and harmful UV rays to keep your cabin nice and cool. So say no to fried thighs with the all-American-made WeatherTech sunshade, because it's your car, not a casserole. Order today at WT.com.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real, no Radio. If you're not confused, you are not paying attention. This is the news.
Are you? Well, at least if you send us a dispatch, you could be on the show with us. Get yours in right now while you can to record a video dispatch. And if you don't want to have your face on it, just point the camera at something fun. Just give us something fun to look at.
Not your genitals, please.
No, but maybe like a sweet dog or like a beautiful waterfall or like a cool car or, you know, I like to see your face and where you are. But if you're a little hesitant, we'll also take a peek at whatever else is around you there with your video dispatches.
Point it at whatever drugs you plan on enjoying this weekend.
No.
Now
don't
we're
listen
talking.
to Sealand.
Do it.
Don't listen to Sealand. The guy's out of his mind. Everybody knows that at this point in time. But we do want to get more of those. Yeah, I think everybody's kind of on board with that. I'll leave it to the people. But right now, it's time to do it. Here we go. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it. Even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
If you like pina coladas.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Nailed it.
smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Done. ThatMortgageGuyDone.com. That's where you get the process started of refinancing, buying a first dream home, debt consolidation, maybe you own a business. You look into those SBA loans, and he's going to help you out. Maybe you're trying to start a business. Look into those SBA and commercial loans. Most importantly, he's looking out for you. He's got your back. And he wants to make sure you get the best deal in all the ways. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
So I'm trying, and I'm poorly planning, but posting as we speak, caption, sent it to you guys, censored version. It's been a week. Happy weekend to everybody.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But there's been a lot, Bonnaroo was
you haven't slept in your own bed for over a week.
Quite some time. Bonnaroo became Quarteroo. Shout out to Giant Rec World for at least giving me that bed while we traveled out of the festival after 36 hours, and then came back home to it being tented. And I just grabbed this clip because I completely forgot until I noticed the massive bruise on my body. That I had eaten all of the S right before we left for Bonnaroo. And now I'm posting it on my Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. I am opening this up to any sort of remixes. Obviously, Bodies at the Floor is a great one. But
what's happening in this video? I haven't seen
me?
it.
I'm tripping on my own foot, and then you could see instantly I give up.
Okay, all right.
On myself, and don't even...
you sent this?
Mm-hmm, I sure did.
Okay. I just saw it. It hasn't come through all the way yet, but
it's not all the way.
No.
Are you still downloading
the tubes, guys?
That D-pic still?
No,
through the tubes.
I got a notification on my phone, but I don't yet have it in front of me.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, I had to censor it. And speaking of censoring, this right here.
South Park.
South Park is right. And on this day, 24 years ago, 2001, South Park featured the S word. How many times? In 30 minutes.
152?
Yeah, I don't remember.
So close, Elaine.
170.
Over.
80. 180.
No,
I went
over.
over. 169.
162.
Ooh.
I'm going to give it to Elaine.
That was 10 off.
So congratulations on your 24-year anniversary.
There's a lot of people who are complaining about the addition of South Park to Paramount Plus right now.
Why?
And there's episodes that they've taken out that they've deemed are too much, I think. And people are like, I'm canceling Paramount Plus. I don't know.
Watch it then. Pussies?
Yeah, I mean, of all the shows that they're going to get rid of episodes for, South Park is the dumbest of all of them. That's come on, please.
How about art imitating life or life imitating art? I don't know what to call it, but the Roast Master General, which I believe is a self-title, but they always use him, Jeff Ross. He's been delivering what some call sick burns for many years, one of which your girl received. I was going to a comedy show in Tampa, and he had a camera that was connected to the giant screen, zoomed in on me and my best friend Mel, and said, "Ladies, 2 5s make a 10." And we waved. But the sickest burn of it all was apparently from his oncologist. He was on the receiving end when he was diagnosed with colon cancer and needed surgery.
Damn.
But his doctor broke the news in this way. My oncologist was like, "Jeff, the good news and bad news. Bad news is you're going to need 6 months of chemo. Good news is you lost your hair a long time ago."
Jesus, man.
Owie. Jeff had 7 inches of his colon removed and says, quote, "Now I have a semicolon."
I like it. I like it.
Not the first to make that joke. No way. Right?
No, that doesn't seem like it would be.
Did you get the video yet?
Still available for the taking.
I can't get it right now. I will work on it. I'll tell you when that comes in. Yeah.
David Lynch, he died, if we all remember. And they announced not too long ago that it was going to be an auction, a personal collection. And it caused kind of a stir amongst fans and people that just love celebrity crap. And nearly 450 items of his own film memorabilia and personal effects were sold by Julian Auctions. And boy, did it raise some money.
Ooh, okay.
To the tune of $4.25 million. Damn is right. So we have some, top 10 items. The biggest one, I believe, and I'm trying to find this because, of course, that'd be an 8-page article. It said the script. It was a script, $195,000.
Wow.
Just for the Lost Highway script, a script from the production of David Lynch, neo-noir Lost Highway, 115 pages. Are you familiar with that movie?
I've heard of it, yeah.
I'm not super familiar with David Lynch.
Eraserhead, Dune.
I've seen a couple. I've seen a couple David Lynch movies, and they usually lose me. And it's one of those movies afterwards where you're supposed to really digest it and talk about it. And I can appreciate them, and I get why people are into it, but some of them just kind of.
I just can't imagine buying a script and then how do you display it?
Mm-hmm.
But people paid upwards of $100,000 for like 3 of his scripts. We also had coffee makers that were sold for tens of thousands of dollars. Wild at Heart script was sold for almost $60,000. And his personal 35mm print of his groundbreaking debut feature film, Eraserhead, sold for $52,000. You rich Fs.
Oh, man. Okay, I just finally, whatever hiccup was going on with Apple has fixed itself. I just now have Sabrina's video, which, okay. I
Turn
see
up for what?
I see your entrance to your house.
We had just finished packing up the RV, ready to go.
Oh, this was right when you were about to leave. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here she is.
God damn.
And then the ring cam sound. Someone's at your front door.
You. Why me?
Are you under the influence here, or
no? I'm giving up. I am exhausted.
You flopped like a
I didn't
like a
even
soccer
use
player.
my hand. I didn't even stop myself from falling.
Let me bring that back.
As soon as I
Okay.
got a trip in, it was done.
Yeah, this is like you just resigned to the fact that you were falling. Walking in.
There.
God damn.
Oh, you know what happened? You know what did you in?
Me trying to
Hold
open
on.
the door ahead of time.
Oh no, I thought you just like slipped off of the door handle. I thought the door handle twisted down. No, it just you grabbed the door handle.
And she's down.
God damn.
Did you hit your head?
My shoulder stopped. And this me talking the ring cam?
You.
Yeah.
Why me?
Why me?
Yeah, someone's at the front door.
There you go.
Happy 50th anniversary to Jaws.
Yeah.
And if you're seeing a lot of Jaws stuff on the internet, that is why. But here's some more shark stuff to distract us. Recent poll determined the most popular sharks in media, and Bruce did not come in first. That's the one from
the
Jaws,
shark, yeah.
Uh-huh.
But a Bruce did come in first from Finding Nemo.
True.
Fish are friends, not food. Number 1, Bruce from Jaws at number 2. Lenny from Shark Tale at number 3. King Shark from the Suicide Squad. I don't remember the shark from Suicide Squad.
That was not. I don't think that was the first Suicide Squad. That was the first Suicide Squad they just forget about. They're like,
wait, he had arms.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, I do remember
Like the Suicide Squad second one was actually not that bad. It was kind of mildly fun to watch.
Google Trends was used to find the most searched shark in each state. The great white was number 1 in every state, but 4, Alaska, Utah, and Georgia, are into whale sharks for some reason. Also in Hawaii, they're more interested in the tiger shark. And
really?
The great white is the most dangerous shark, by the way, followed by the tiger shark, bull shark, requiem shark,
bull shark,
blue shark, and just the sharks from that one TV show. I hated doing that story as I started it.
All right.
Well, behind the scenes.
Yeah, are you giving up on this too? Just like
Play
like on
that
the front
clip again.
steps?
That's me. That's falling right into my face. Will Ferrell, though, is headed to Broadway.
Nice.
He's bringing Eurovision Song Contest, the story of Fire Saga, as a Broadway stage musical, and I am here for it. You guys watch that, right?
I think I've seen it.
Watch what?
Once.
With Rachel McAdams, Will Ferrell. They were playing like Swedish folks who...
Oh, yeah, I did watch that.
From
movie.
years ago.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah.
Yes or no?
I don't know.
Fall on your face in your front porch. He's writing a book for the show with Harper Steele, the co-writer of the film, and Anthony King, the author of the musical production of Beetlejuice, and they are more than excited to bring Eurovision to Broadway. The stage musical is a perfect place to continue our celebration of all the things we love about this amazing and unifying song competition.
Harper Steele was I haven't seen the documentary, but the one that he followed around as she was going on her transition journey.
Yes, one of his longest best friends, SNL writer.
Yeah.
It was a fantastic tear-jerking kind of. Do people use that phrase?
Tear-jerking? No.
Just jerking off those tears?
No, that's not. No, that's phrasing is bad there.
And finally, I'll leave you with this, but I do believe it's a repeat. Every quarter, I have a same story, but this one seems to be true. They're reuniting for a world tour.
The Spice Girls.
This is the new Space Jam 2.
And then what happened? Space Jam 2 came out, did it not?
I still have not seen a movie called Space Jam 2.
The Spice Girls are set to reunite for their 30th anniversary next year, head on a world tour. They're meeting in Miami this weekend, allegedly. And one member has ruled themselves out, but according to some other reports, Victoria Beckham is going to appear digitally.
What?
Or just show up, Posh. Or just show up, Victoria.
Yeah, stop pretending you got more important stuff to do, Victoria.
On the Boob Tube, we have the streaming premiere of a Minecraft movie. That's exciting.
Yes.
Disney Plus, Frozen, the hit Broadway musical. Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. Is it weird if you're an adult by yourself watching that?
Yeah, you can watch that.
So it is weird.
It's a little bit weird, but you can watch it, yeah.
The finals, let's see. Thunders, Pacers, Go Sports, and you. Follow your dreams. And me on Instagram, at Sabrina Ambra. If you didn't catch the video because you're just listening to the radio, I just posted me falling on my face, and I hope you enjoy it and give it a follow. Most importantly, say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
I don't know if I've ever seen you so out of gas as you were in that clip. It's like you were resigned to the fact that you now live on the front steps.
I don't even use my arms.
You're just like, forget it. I'm falling. There's nothing I could do about this. Here goes nothing.
And that was like a good foreshadowing of everything else that's happened.
Of the whole weekend that followed? Yeah.
But hey, I'm still here, and I'm excited to be alive.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And you're going to be back in your own bed very, very soon. So that's a nice thing as well.
Glass half full with
another
Jameson.
thing
surrounded by dead bugs.
Hey, don't do that.
Unrelated.
Man.
You got a shop vac I can borrow?
Technically, I do, but it's not a great one.
I have a shop vac.
Cool. Can I borrow both of them? Because I will have a team of dead bug suckers.
She's had a rough week, folks. She's
I feel like I want to slam my face in the ground right now.
No, you're fine. You're good. You know what you get to do now?
What?
Sit back and chill while C-Lane does this week in Florida.
It is hard to talk.
I do's it.
I'll leave. I don't mind just leaving
I'm not coming
at this point.
you. I just thought we had a relatable moment.
I don't mind it at this point. I'm done with the week, for God's sake. I am cashing out here.
C-Lane, all you, my guy.
All right.
When we come back, it's all C-Lane, baby.
Yeah.
It's happening. This week in Florida, the time has arrived. Buckle up, friends. You bought the ticket for the whole seat, but you only need the edge. This week in Florida, coming up next on the news, Junkie.
Download the all-new iHeartRadio app. Make Real Radio 104.1 #1 on your presets, and you could win free stuff at upcoming events.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Keep an eye out for some rainy conditions this afternoon. Slippery roadways, reduced visibility, traffic slowing down on all the major roadways on I-4 over St. John's River Bridge. Expect some slowdowns there. You can expect your regular delays through the amusement parks. Traffic's piling up on Florida's Turnpike between County Road 561 and Hancock Road. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected and stay productive with Rapid Radios. Business owners trust Rapid Radios for instant, reliable team communication with nationwide LTE coverage, push-to-talk convenience, and room for up to 200 units on one feed. Keeping connected's never been easier.
Order now at rapidradios.com.
Listen up, my friends that own businesses. That mortgage guy, Don, also does commercial and SBA loans. That's right, Small Business Administration loans. If you have an existing SBA loan with a rate of 9% or more, you are in luck. That mortgage guy, Don, can refinance your qualified high-interest SBA loan to a low fixed rate of 8.25%. Don't leave money on the table. Get the money off the table and back in your business hands. If you're looking to buy a business or a franchise, that mortgage guy, Don, has your back and has over 50 sources for your SBA and business loans of all sizes. Get a quote today with no hard credit inquiry and work with an expert and a friend that you could trust. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Now at Verizon, we're locking in low prices for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. And you can get a single line for just $45 a month when you switch and bring your phone. That's our best price ever on unlimited welcome with autopay plus taxes and fees, guaranteed for 3 years. Because at Verizon, we got you. Visit your local Orlando Verizon store today. $20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Buy one, get two free at Pyro Spot Fireworks. That's right, you can shop Florida's largest selection of buy one, get two free fireworks. Pyro Spot prices and products blow the competition away with fireworks so good, your neighbors will think you've gone pro. Easily use their on-site videos to plan your own incredible fireworks show. Locations now open in Eustis, Longwood, and online at iwantfireworks.com. That's iwantfireworks.com. Shop Pyro Spot Fireworks for buy one, get two free, and be a backyard hero.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to...
School mic, folks, hey. Poor Courtney stuck in the rain again on her run. Pouring on her again. The world is not being kind to her. The next episode is on the way. Oh, and she's far away, too. Hang on. Juggling multiple things, folks. She's stuck. She's like 20 minutes away, for God's sake. Hang on. I have to juggle talking to you, getting all this stuff fixed. Hopefully, it stops soon. Why don't you guys use radar? We literally do. We use radar. We use the Apple weather app that tells you like hour by hour, and the truth of the matter is that it sucks. The truth of the matter is weather prediction is still pretty garbage. It tells you 60% chance of rain in your area in the next hour, and then it never rains. It tells you no chance of rain at all, and then it changes drastically like an hour later, and there's thunderstorms coming. It's summer in Florida, in the tropics, and this is just how it works, baby. That's it. That's it. But I'm telling you, if you think you have it down, you don't. Like, all you gotta do is look at the radar. You look at the radar, looked at the radar yesterday, and it said, don't go, it's gonna rain, it's gonna be a nightmare. I would have stayed home. I'm glad I didn't. I went, perfect. She looks, It says no rain, no problems. She goes on a run, gets to like the furthest point away, pouring down rain. Garbage. Weather people train at clown school. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's still weather. That's it. Like, it's still weather. And as much as they can kind of see certain things, there is no perfect science to this. There's just not. We're pretending. She ran so far away. Gotta get away. I do like the biblical thunder we have. Well, enjoy if you can. We got This Week in Florida with C-Lane in just a moment here. And then I am cruising through the rest of this show. I am fairly checked out. And afterwards, I'm going to post the podcast, get that stuff done. I'm going to have my lunch, for God's sake. And then I'm going to get secret shows posted by about 5 p.m. And then thank God the weekend is here. Thank God. Oh, it's thundering out there now. Okay, let's do This Week in Florida, everybody, huh? Come on. Alligators in chat. Alligators in chat for C-Lane. Come on, alligators in chat. I don't see one alligator. We're not doing this unless we get alligators in chat. 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 Alligators in chat.
Experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at the...
Where we are in the show right now. Alligators in chat for This Week in Florida. And the folks seem to be ready. They seem to be primed. Everyone seems to be ready for This Week in Florida, including me. And
all right.
And the folks. Look at them go. Look at alligators in chat. They're ready for you as much as they possibly could be.
Even though you took my Alligator Alcatraz story.
That is true.
I thought about it, but then I was like, too bad.
I got nothing else.
I'm doing what I'm doing here. Are you ready to do this thing?
Ready to do it, Sean.
Here we go. Let's do This Week in Florida.
Giving you a recap of the most groan-worthy stories in the state. It's This Week in Florida.
That's right. The weekend is here. It's time to take a trip around the Sunshine State and see some of the craziness that has gone on in the past 7 days or so. Had to just cough that little bit right out for a second there. Hence the pause. And we start with a guy who I think is going for some sort of record.
Really?
I don't think this is a record they would publish because much like the Guinness World Records where something's dangerous, they don't put out the numbers because they don't want you to try and beat it.
That makes sense.
You don't want how many kittens can you fit in a mason jar? That's just not
6, 7.
Right. Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah,
it's less than I thought you could.
Yeah. If you got a good push, you can get it. You can get them in there.
But during the first 5 months of this year, there's been a 72-year-old man.
A what?
Yeah.
And he is just calling. He's on the phone all the time. I think he's calling about his neighbors. But he has placed 3,400 calls to the 911 service.
Oh, my God.
Pushing his 5-year total to 16,000 calls to the emergency line. according to investigators who arrested the recurring caller for allegedly stalking a neighbor. Police last week
They've
responded.
already arrested him, and he still keeps
You don't
calling.
just stop something like that, an obsession like that.
True.
Police responded to a 911 call claiming someone was shooting an AR-15 rifle in the roadway outside a St. Pete residence. When officers arrived at the home, they discovered a family barbecue with small children at play. So he's just like claiming his neighbors are doing bad stuff just to mess with him.
I would love to hear these 911 calls.
Can you be fully banned? Would they ever fully
No, they
ban
can't.
somebody? You can't, just in case they actually are like, boy who cried wolf situation, but maybe some point they really do have trouble in their hands?
And every state, dare I say, every city has someone like him.
Yes, 100%. And all the 911 operators know, they're like, son of a bitch.
Hi, Linda.
Complainant was Samuel Lee Thomas. He lives across the street from the house where the shooting never happened. Communication records show that Thomas this year dialed police 647 times to make complaints about the neighboring home. He has made allegations about narcotics sales, firearms usage, disorderly conduct, and suspicious activity. The woman who lives at the targeted property told cops the 911 calls had resulted in hundreds of interactions with the police.
Damn.
Hundreds.
Can you imagine being his neighbor and how annoying that must be?
Yeah, that's got to be frustrating.
She said Thomas frequently stops in front of their residence to yell obscenities at her and her family. They said it was readily apparent he was utilizing the police to maliciously harass Peterson and her family for no legitimate purpose. So they busted him for stalking and false report of a crime. He was charged for resisting arrest for tussling with the officers when they tried to handcuff him. What a terrible neighbor.
Yeah, that's a nightmare situation.
Bad neighbor.
I got good news for the gig economy.
What up?
I know that a lot of people have been talking about this whole going to have to pay taxes on the Venmo money that you get.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it's if you earned over $600 in a year on Venmo. But with more than 1,000 pages of text, the version of this Republican tax and spending mega bill passed by the House of Representatives last month is chock full of provisions, including one that ends an effort to get 1099-K tax forms out to all workers or sellers who've earned more than $600 a year.
All right, that sounds good.
It says Republicans have worked to restore the 1099-K threshold to the time-tested standard of $20,000. That was the previous threshold you had to hit to pay taxes on your Venmo and stuff, or 200
Basically,
transactions.
There was going to be a new thing if you sent enough back and forth on Venmo and WhatsApp, which is a lot of people like in the illegal economy, actually, that they were going to try to tax you at some point in time and send everybody like tax documents. But it sounds like that's not going to happen, which I'm
drug
for that.
dealers just breathe a sigh of relief now.
Yeah, get creative with the captions.
Because of the very wordy Saving Gig Economy Taxpayers Act and the One Big Beautiful Bill.
Damn.
So, I mean,
Say
maybe,
that 5 times
maybe
fast.
that's the part that needs a little bit of editing.
Here's my take on this. Every single bill that is put before Congress should be less than 50 pages. If anything is more than 50 pages, you have made it too complicated. You have worked in too many things that are unrelated.
I'm pretty sure Marjorie Taylor Greene has just flat out admitted she doesn't read all these.
Most people don't. Most of the elected officials never read any of this stuff. They don't read the bills because they're way too long.
Sneaking in some other stuff.
They don't even know. They have no idea what's in them because it's, what'd you say, 1,000 pages for this one?
That one, insane. Yeah.
No one's reading it. No one has any idea what's in these things.
The point of the story with the Venmo stuff and the 1099-K forms is just like a sliver of this bill. Mm-hmm. But we're going to switch gears here.
Okay.
And talk about billionaires because, you know, they live just like us, right?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them do. Jeff Bezos is not one of those people. But one of the places that Jeff Bezos, it says lives. I feel like a guy like that probably doesn't. Does he claim a place as home all the time, or does he probably just hop around a lot?
He has
I think
like
he's got a lot.
12 homes.
He's got homes. He's got yachts. He's got, like, he could be wherever he wants.
He has a penis rocket.
One of the places he lives is a man-made island off the coast of Florida called Indian Creek Village. And they're having a little bit of a problem that they're trying to figure out how to solve. The island is predominantly populated by other billionaires. It's colloquially known as the Billionaire Bunker. If you're not a billionaire, it's quite difficult to get in.
Oh, what?
The bridge from the mainland to the island is closed to the public and protected by armed guards and a sophisticated security system. If the island is almost entirely cut off from the rest of humanity, the inhabitants still seem intent on sharing one thing with members of the outside world, and that is their peas and their poos.
Oh, they want to share that, but nothing else. They got the bridge occupied by like the Monopoly man and the fancy peanut guy.
The New York Times has reported on an amusing tussle between Indian Creek Village and a neighboring town, Surfside, which is also populated by rich people, though not as rich as the billionaire bunker people.
Peasant poo-poo.
Indian Creek.
Isn't Surfside the place where the building fell?
It's the same name. It's likely the same place.
I don't think it's the same place. I think that's a sect.
There might be more than one.
Indian Creek, right?
Indian Creek Village.
Yeah, I don't think it's the same.
Indian Creek doesn't have the underground infrastructure to deal with its own poop. So the solution it came up with was to funnel it through Surfside into a wider regional sewage system.
Right.
Now, as you can imagine, Surfside doesn't want the billionaire poop unless Indian Creek was willing to contribute $10 million to the community for future sewer system improvements.
Which is chump change.
Chump change for the folks in the billionaire bunker. Just say, hey, we'll take your poop if you give us $10 million. The village lawyer called it extortion and said, we are a local government just like they are. They're a wealthy community too. We are not going to be extorted by you.
I love rich versus rich.
Yeah.
Less rich, but super rich.
It's not as nice as Richie Rich made it sound.
And all as peasants, we just combine our feces together.
I mean, that's really obnoxious. If you're in a city where people have that much money, just pay the poop toll.
I mean, they pay
pay
for private,
the poop piper.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right?
Firefighters, why not? They're on poo.
Speaking of billionaires, there has been a lot of talks about the future of the Tampa Bay Rays, especially since the most recent hurricane kind of did a number on the Tropodome there. And they are saying, are they going to move to Orlando? Are they going to rebuild? What's going to happen?
We're getting the Dreamers, I thought.
The Dreamers are trying to get a team here. And they better not be calling it the Dreamers. They're saying it's not. That's just the name of the group that's trying to get the team here.
Okay.
But
I feel like there's enough baseball teams already.
Oh, Dreamers.
Tampa Bay. Well, this might just be moving one. It might not be a brand new one. Are you okay with that?
I think.
Why do you hate baseball, Sean?
Sean hates baseball.
I hate spending billions of taxpayer dollars on sports teams that are for profit. But that's just me. I don't want to be a party pooper here, so I'm listening.
Listen, there's plenty of people that think that way. I get it.
We have 3 more poop uses throughout this segment.
However, Tampa Bay Rays principal owner Stu Sternberg is in what they call advanced talks to sell the franchise to a group led by a Florida-based residential developer.
Spies.
A home builder in Jacksonville has been identified as the potential lead buyer. Just a guy named Patrick.
Thanks,
Patrick Zalupski.
It's not mayonnaise.
Might be buying the team.
It's from SpongeBob.
At a deal of $1.7 billion. He's already executed a letter of intent to purchase the team. Sternberg, that owns it now, bought the Rays in 2004 for $200 million. So that's quite the payday.
This is insane, man.
Broke down stadium and all.
And did you guys hear about somebody just bought, was it the Dodgers or the Lakers or one of the two of them? I think the Dodgers owner bought the Lakers or something. And all these teams are going for like billions and billions and billions of dollars now. It's crazy how much there is in these teams. It's really insane.
All right. They said in Palm Coast, and there was video of this that I know the news got, but a woman has been arrested after the Flagler County Sheriff's Office said she drove her car on a multi-use path. Now, it says multi-use. One of those uses is not for driving cars. To chase a teenager riding an electric bicycle.
Okay.
A 911 call said the woman, 65-year-old Julia Kalfoff, was chasing the teenager on the e-bike on the Pine Lake path used for bicycles and pedestrians, not for SUVs. They had to cut off the vehicle in order to prevent her from continuing to chase the teenager. She saw him going too fast on the e-bike, and she just wanted to follow him so she could have a word with his parents.
Yeah,
what a tattletale. Go
Ultimate
home.
Karen move.
You know what? There's something big happening in that world, though. They're in a couple of different places. They're now saying to be on e-bikes and e-scooters, they're changing it so you have to be 16 because they're saying that teenagers are getting these scooters and bikes and just running amok. And so all the old people are like, nope, we want you to be 16 now or you can't do this anymore.
That makes sense. I mean, my friend in middle school had a moped.
Look at this Karen over here.
I don't think he was legally supposed to drive it.
No, but if you were a teenager right now, you would probably be utilizing those things like the scooters and stuff to get from place to place. I would be. I would.
I don't even have to try to convince my parents to buy me one. I just pay the rental fee and ride it around.
Bucks.
Absolutely. There is a new Chinese boogeyman everybody's warning about.
Hello.
There he is. That was it. And has some spraining to do.
Exclusive interview.
Florida Attorney General James Uthmeier has launched a major legal offensive against Chinese manufacturer Contech over allegations of concealed cybersecurity risks and flagrant violations of Florida's Deceptive and Unfair Trade Practices Act, or FDUTPA. Now, at the heart of the controversy, this should not affect you if you haven't been to the hospital anytime in the recent past.
I was planning this weekend.
But at the heart of the controversy are these patient monitors used in the healthcare system that contain a hidden backdoor that allegedly is transmitting all your sensitive patient data directly to China.
Awesome.
Just calling home and telling them everything that's been going on with you.
Yeah.
Like your pulse.
Yeah, that's
your BP.
Bad. I don't know what the Chinese are going to do with that information from me, but I don't want them to have it regardless.
No, I agree there. But, I mean, what do you do with that? I know everybody's pulse now. Mm-hmm. Good for me. I mean, those heart monitors.
I would pay to get access to the pulse of both of you so I could see.
How much are you trying to pay?
If right now during the show I could be like, Sabrina, is it true that you were stoned when you fell on your front steps and you're like, BPMs go up right now?
What do you think my BPM is right now?
It says
106.
Okay.
104.
81.
Oh
my gosh.
Suckers.
She's chilling. She's chilling right now. All right.
It says the monitors are allegedly programmed to automatically transmit patient information to an IP address owned by a university in China. There's a video of Representative Anna Paulina Luna ridiculing Senator Alex Padilla in a Fox News interview, saying, I think he's suffering from low T after he was seen crying at work. You have it all pulled up?
Yeah, I have this here. Let's see.
Cry at work, or when men cry on national TV like Senator Padilla. Is that an attractive look?
This guy's so
No. In fact, I think he's suffering from low T, especially thinking that he actually lunged at a woman, which is why he was apprehended.
Right. Could you imagine if a Republican senator lunged at a female cabinet secretary and started screaming at her?
She said he's got low T. That's why he freaked out.
That's why he was crying in front of everybody, and it wasn't a good look, according to that representative. And last but not least, in this week in Florida, a 70-year-old man was arrested after urinating on pallets of canned Spam and Vienna sausages at a Sam's Club. Now, this seems kind of impressive. It says he committed the act in aisle 18. He had targeted 188 bulk units of Vienna sausages and 345 units of classic Spam.
Damn, man.
That's a lot of old man pee.
Last the apocalypse, though. That's fine, right?
But it said that his damages were over $10,000 in costs there. So he was arrested. And that's it for this week in Florida.
Thank you, C-Lane.
Thank you.
There he goes.
Thank you.
What was this honorable mention? Look at this guy's mug shot.
Oh, this guy's doing the cyber stalking.
Does it?
He looks like
Scream cyber stalking.
He looks like the actor from Road Trip, BJ or DJ Qualls.
DJ Qualls, yeah. He does.
Skinny guy?
Yeah.
He looks like, this looks like, hey, don't worry, everything's fine. They're just taking a look at your hard drive right now. My hard drive, like, whoa.
And that drawer of different locks of hair you've collected.
Yeah, don't worry, though. It's fine. They won't find anything in your house, right? It'll be good, right? And it's like, boom, boom.
Facing 30 years.
Jesus.
That's a lot of cyber stalking.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, everything I'm seeing on the list here is nothing that I don't think you've done at some point, but yeah,
Okay,
geez.
you are just throwing him under the bus today.
I'm just
What is
kidding.
your deal?
Okay, there we go. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're not going to take a quick break?
No, we aren't.
Oh, okay.
Wait, let's take a quick break.
I will literally just go to sleep right now. I am at that point on the show here where I'll see you later. Sayonara. Cashing out.
Moses is here. I got to go get him.
Oh, he is? All right. We got Moses DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. He'll be joining us in a moment. We got to talk about, we're finally, Sabrina falling. We're finally hearing from the Karen Reed jurors, and that is kind of concerning for a couple of reasons. We'll go over the clips of them, what these jurors have said. Wait till you hear this. Is coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes. We might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
There's a disabled vehicle off to the shoulder getting cleared up on I-95 northbound before U.S. Highway 1. A car stopped on the shoulder on I-4 westbound at Dirksen Drive. A crash is getting cleared up on Central Florida Parkway at Tap Vineland Road. An accident's reported on Narcoossee Road near Tyson Road. Expect some rainy conditions, reduced visibility, and slippery roadways this afternoon. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected and stay productive with Rapid Radios. Business owners trust Rapid Radios for instant, reliable team communication with nationwide LTE coverage, push-to-talk convenience, and room for up to 200 units on one feed. Keeping connected's never been easier.
Order now at rapidradios.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival
presented by Capital One
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 19th and 20th. Streaming live only on Hulu.
And you can be there
for a weekend full of superstar performances, never-before-seen collaborations, and once-in-a-lifetime artist moments you'll have to see to believe. Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Get your tickets today at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
Taking over the helm of a 75-year-old broadcast, it's a great responsibility.
For NBC Nightly News, I'm Tom Yamas.
The best reporters in our business know how to listen.
I don't think that's a good excuse. I think you need to
It's thundering. I can't.
Get out there and do the work. Put the work in. It's thundering out there.
Told you.
I would never be scared of thunder. What are you talking about? All right. Well, I'm glad that you got out of the rain.
Me too.
How far did you go?
Outside.
Oh, that's it? That's really sad and pathetic. You know how far I went?
Nowhere.
So I did 4 loops.
Yeah?
I did 4. Sometimes I just be putting in a loop. There's another one right there.
You should go outside.
Go outside for what? I'm not going out there. It sounds dangerous out there. What, are you kidding me? What kind of buffoon would do that? I'm ready for the weekend. What about you? Yeah? Had a rough week?
No.
All right. All right. Try not to eat anybody else's food.
Shut up.
I'm just saying. Whoa!
Look, the screens went off.
Did it? Oh, wow. It was like a very brief outage. You still see us? Are you still with us, everybody? Uh-oh. Okay, see you later. Folks, we got big storms outside. Are we still here? Laptop out. What? Broseph, what? No, they have the laptops out. Hang tight.
Probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a...
Okay, I fixed it. Are we good now? Yikes. Oh, out again. Woo, buddy. Are we going to fall off the air? Ho, ho, ho. Little behind the scenes, everybody. Most everything in this right here in the brains of the studio, most everything over there, everything over here, and everything under there is on some sort of battery backup, but that's 2 brownouts in the last 20, 30 seconds or something. And if the power goes out in here, I'm going to at least lose something. I think we're still good. I think we're still streaming. But I've had some blips. Ask Mr. Predicto if we're going to fall off the air. Mr. Predicto, will we go off the air because of the storm raging behind me this segment? Tell us, Mr. Predicto.
The answer you seek is yes.
Oh, God. All right, that's not good. That's not good. I got to get ready for this. We're coming back in a minute. Fingers crossed, everybody. Let's go into emergency mode here. Ho ho! It's okay, headquarters can stream? No. You're done. If I'm done, you're done. They're not streaming over there. You'll have to go to the actual radio station to hear them. Here we go.
25 Rams for non-FCA employees and retirees. $200 admin fee applies. Not all buyers will qualify. Restrictions apply. Does not apply to leases. See dealer for details. And 63025. Ram is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
Your favorite artists
In your library.
Your favorite songs
In your playlist.
But your favorite morning show.
They make me laugh every day.
Or your favorite team in action.
Oh my goodness, he got it!
Or your live local news, traffic, and weather.
Implications from coast to coast.
Yep, there's an app for all that too.
iHeartRadio.
We're not just streaming music, we're streaming moments.
Everyone wants to be here.
Join the millions of Americans.
And add us to your entertainment lineup now. Download the #1 app for radio.
The free iHeartRadio app.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now. ReeseWindows.com.
Real Radio 104.1.
Because the newspapers don't come with cliff notes or potentially offensive accents.
You on board, join us. And it's very easy to do that. Send what we call a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com right now. Quick warning, it is absolutely insane storming outside here. And
big time.
I'm having like flickers of power.
Oh,
and
this is perfect.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know it's time to do this. Let's welcome our friend Mo DeWitt from the DeWitt Law Firm. There he is.
Hey, guys.
Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm joins us here on the show today. Couldn't be a better time for Mo to join us. Mo, the Karen Reed trial, the jurors are now speaking out. Here's an example of one of these jurors, okay? And here's some of the stuff that she's saying. We're going to go to our attorney, Mo DeWitt, to see what he thinks about this. But first, let's listen into one of the Karen Reed jurors giving their side of the story after this not guilty verdict. Here we go.
Do you want to just tell us about the verdict and how you guys came to this conclusion?
Yeah, sure. So it was a very intense week. We are at first for me, I thought Karen Reed was actually maybe guilty of manslaughter in the beginning.
Really?
But as the weeks passed by, I just realized there was too many holes that we couldn't fill, and there's nothing that put her on the scene, in our opinion, besides just drop John O'Keefe off. And the taillight, the injuries in his arm, didn't make much sense that come from the taillight for us.
Sounds informed.
She's talking about all the details of the case, and she's talking about what she thinks about this. Mo, there's one thing that's really interesting to me. People have found her social media profiles already because she's come forward and spoke about being on this jury. And in her Twitter bio, or X bio in particular, true crime lover with a soft spot for justice. Now, that's very 2025. You as an attorney, you're picking the jury. Do you want true crime fans on the jury, or do you think that could be a problem, Mo?
I mean, if you're on the defense, I think it could work in your favor because you have people who are going to be interested in it. Number one, you want jurors who are going to pay attention to the details and analyze everything. And if you're a true crime fan, I would think you would do that. As well as, this is a very true crime type story, right? And the way the defense presented their arguments was that, hey, this story isn't exactly as the prosecution makes it out to be. And almost just like, a Dateline NBC special, they start poking holes in their case with this sort of, conspiracy theory type argument, for lack of a better term. And so, I think it could be quite helpful, actually.
Really? So you got somebody bigger for the defense, right? It would be bigger for the defense to have somebody with that thing?
Yeah, I think the prosecution wants somebody who's going to assume anyone who's been charged is guilty automatically and those kinds of things.
Right. Now that really plays in 2025 to what we see here with outcomes. And let's go back to this lady talking about her experience on the jury.
Last witness, Arca, from the defense, that made clear, they did a very good job, like showing us, explaining all the technicalities, of everything. And we couldn't prove there was a collision and she was responsible for John's death.
Are you convinced she wasn't responsible for his death?
I am convinced. I'm 100% convinced.
100%, she said.
I really don't think she was responsible for his death. I think she dropped him off. If she back up fast enough to maybe touch him, maybe, but that was not the reason why he fell his back in a way that the way the cut was, the injury was, and the fracture was. I don't think that was
interesting,
because otherwise we would see much more injuries over his body.
So what's really interesting about this is, Mo, in so many cases, you put the trial on, you throw everything at the wall that you think might stick, and then you get your verdict, not guilty or guilty, but you don't get to actually do the post-victory or loss analysis to see what worked. If you're a defense attorney, this is super valuable information you could get out of these folks, right? I mean,
absolutely. And a lot of times after any trial, if the jury's willing to talk to you, if the jurors are willing to talk to you, you can speak to them, but they have no obligation to speak to you whatsoever. If they don't want to speak to you, they don't have to, certainly. But one of the things in this case that I thought was kind of brilliant on the defense's part was, there was a lawyer on the first jury that they hired to be on the defense team here. So they had some insight to what the jury was thinking the first time around, or at least what that individual juror was thinking the first time around.
Really?
So I thought it was a pretty smart move to kind of get inside the head of at least one of the jurors in presenting the case the second time around.
Yeah, so that's one of them. That's one of these jurors. Paula Prado is her name. And then the other one is this guy, Jason, juror number 4.
Such a quick flip of jurors.
Yeah, there's more than this. There's 2 already out talking about this, but I think there's more that have lined up. Let's see what Jason says.
Erica, good evening. When I saw this interview, I recognized this particular juror. He was the only one during the trial who sometimes wore shorts. He sometimes appeared to be doodling in his notebook during
Doodle
testimony.
short man.
Now he's the first to speak out.
I can only speak for myself. I think that she was innocent.
Juror number 4 is identified only as Jason in this interview airing today on TMZ Live.
By the way, that's 2 jurors, the only 2 that I've heard from yet, that are both saying not that there wasn't enough evidence. They're saying that I think she's innocent. I don't think she's guilty.
I don't believe that the SUV collided with John O'Keefe.
The juror says he came to that conclusion after seeing videos of Reed's SUV on the morning after John O'Keefe's death. He said the taillight did not appear damaged.
So that leaves to me a conclusion of, well, how come...
The guy said the taillight doesn't look damaged. To me, it looks like the taillight's broken on the back of this car.
I can't tell. The video's not good enough.
It's not great because it's like security footage at night, but I think it kind of looks like it's broken. He thinks it doesn't look like it's broken.
It's read in this video after the alleged, collision happened, and then it's not. It doesn't have any red pieces where it should be red.
But juror number 4 stopped short of saying he believes investigators planted taillight pieces at the scene as part of an effort to frame Reed.
I don't really know if there was a cover-up or not. I know that's the big conspiracy about it, but I don't really know. All I know is that there was a lot of holes in the investigation.
Man, it's so crazy for these people to come out like this afterwards, and you go, this is what was going on. Like, this is what was happening behind the scenes as this very high-profile trial was going on. And then I heard some of the other ones, like one of the jurors comes out and goes, hey, I didn't believe their story because the guy's body didn't have frostbite. And if he was dead and he's lying in the snow, he would have frostbite. And you go, frostbite happens on living tissue. You don't get frostbite on a dead body just sitting in the snow. But that was one of the things that convinced this guy to say not guilty.
Not frostbite, but there was, I forget exactly how they put it, but that snowstorm did not come through until what would have been post-mortem for him with the timeline from the autopsy.
You're talking about whether he was like covered in enough snow or not. Yeah, but the one of the jurors actually said in a questionnaire thing from a website after the verdict, they said, hey, it's because the guy didn't have frostbite. I don't believe that he was out there. I think something else happened. And the bottom line is, Mo, it doesn't matter what convinces a juror as long as just something.
I mean, that's the fascinating thing about jurors is you don't know what they're going to grasp onto. So sometimes they grasp onto something that, as attorneys, we think is completely irrelevant or not important to the case, but it resonates with one of the jurors. And so that's why it's so interesting to see these interviews afterwards, and why I think it's so interesting that the defense had one of the jurors on their defense team to kind of look at, okay, what did resonate with the jury in the first trial? What resonated with this individual juror? And how do we utilize that in the second trial to poke more holes in the prosecution's case?
That's genius. Can you get paid for that? If you were a juror in the first trial and you go, hey, I'll give you my insight and you guys can run things by me. I'll tell you how we felt about what you said. Can you get a paycheck?
Well, there's a whole industry for jury consultants, so certainly you could do that. But this juror happened to be an attorney, so they actually brought them in as part of the...
As a team, okay. Yeah. Man, that is absolutely wild.
I thought they didn't necessarily want jurors that were attorneys.
Usually they don't. I mean, usually it's not prohibited by any means, but usually you don't go with attorneys. But in this case, they did on the first jury, at least.
Hey, Sealand was just called up for jury duty.
I heard about this.
And the judge said, like, hey, one of the attorneys, what was that exact phrasing they dismissed you for?
She said something like, it's been brought to my attention that one of the people in the jury pool may have some knowledge of or about the one of the attorneys on this case. And so, and since you indicated you've already been through this before, we're going to go ahead and dismiss Mr. Lane here.
In front of everybody, how embarrassing.
What does that mean?
It wasn't that embarrassing. I got to leave. They had to come back the next day.
Do you think that means like one of the attorneys knows about the radio show or something? Or
I think it had to have been that, because so typically the way it works is in the very beginning of the case, you read the names of the attorneys, the names of any parties to the case, the names of any witnesses, and then they ask the jury, do you know any of these people? You know, personally, that would kind of preclude you from serving on this jury. And it seems like right about that stage is when Sealand got dismissed.
It was before that stage. They didn't even ask me any questions. I didn't know. I had to do some digging with the help of Counselor DeWitt here. I had to do some digging to figure out even what case I was on, because I did not know. They didn't even tell us what the charges were before they got me out of there.
I remember during mine, it was like I was in that process. Some guy raised his hand and he's like, Yes, I have to be dismissed because that guy's my cousin. And that was one of the attorneys. But after the case was over and we had given our verdict, the judge came in and was like, yeah, we put the guy away and he's a blah, 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 bad guy. And you must be a radio star because everybody, the attorneys all knew you. But that was never brought up when I was getting, what's that fancy word?
Voir dire.
Voir dired.
Yeah,
so at that point, what is C-Lane's different from what I went through?
It sounds like somebody said they personally knew C-Lane, and there's some reason that he needed to be dismissed from the case. Because
big fan of the show.
Typically, you strike somebody for cause after that interview process, after the voir dire, or you can do a preemptory strike, which just means you don't like that person, you want them off the jury. So you only...
What if they didn't like you, C-Lane?
Well, no, they didn't use one there because it wasn't the proper stage yet, and you only get so many strikes. So they had him dismissed for cause for some reason, most likely saying they knew him or somebody in the courtroom knew him.
Wow.
Fascinating.
One tiny little thing real quick, Mo, that I want to run by you. Somebody has been in the wake of this bringing up this juror from the O.J. Simpson trial. And there's a clip from a documentary a couple of years ago, and they're asking this lady about the verdict in the O.J. Simpson trial. And here's what she said. All right.
Do you think that they're members of the jury that voted to acquit OJ because of Rodney King?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
How many of you think felt that way?
Oh, probably 90% of us.
90%.
90%? Did you feel that way?
Yes.
That was payback.
Uh-huh.
You think that's right?
So he says, that was payback. You think that's right? And she's like, shrugs her shoulders. Basically, she's saying, like, I was a juror. I thought maybe the guy was guilty, but I thought it was payback for the Rodney King stuff. Could jurors get in trouble for just kind of going their own way and saying, maybe he's guilty, but we don't really care. We view it as payback, and here's what we're admitting to it here.
No, I mean, if that was their actual verdict, if that's what they came to as a jury, they certainly can't get in trouble for that later on, unless they were bribed or something along those lines, which there's no evidence of here. But, in that case, the defense very much played on that climate at the time. They also played on the fact that DNA evidence was somewhat new, or really not. It wasn't really new, but it really hadn't been. A lot of people didn't know about it. And so they really challenged the reliability of DNA evidence, which was probably still pretty reliable back then.
Right.
But, they
It's
played
such
on
a
those
bold
things.
move now. And be like, Your Honor, I don't believe DNA.
Like, you get a foghorn leghorn style attorney, and they're like, you can believe these fancy highfalutin scientists, but that's how it was back then. They would challenge all that. Okay, we're running behind. Quick break. When we come back, we got some questions to go over with Moses DeWitt, and we'll get your questions too if you want to fire those through. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. All that coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
You're awful, Ryan. And nothing makes me harder than that. Speaking of, laugh harder today.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
This is Chris Broussard. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by DraftKings.
The NBA Finals are all even. The Pacers dominated the Thunder in Game 6. 6 Pacers finished in double figures. Game 7 is Sunday. Florida's major league teams both lost. Both held to one run. The Marlins edged by the Phillies. The Rays got beat by the Orioles. In the Rays loss, reliever Hunter Biggie was carted off after being struck by a foul ball while sitting in the dugout. Biggie giving a thumbs up as he was taken away. I'm Matt McCoy.
DraftKings is all about responsible gaming. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 or older. Age and eligibility vary by jurisdiction.
Delta Airlines doesn't just help you see the world. They help you embrace it. Delta's dedicated teams make your travel experience extraordinary, anticipating your every need with genuine care throughout your journey. The app puts you in total control, and with fast, free Delta Sync Wi-Fi, you can stay connected to what matters most. So flight time feels more like me time. With exclusive partnerships and Sky Miles rewards, every part of the Delta experience is designed to make the journey as enjoyable as the destination.
Light up your 4th of July with Sky King Fireworks. Sky King Fireworks
Fireworks in Cocoa on 520 and in Melbourne on 192 has buy one, get one on all fireworks with the largest selection of buy one, get two. Sky King Fireworks has the largest selection of the loudest, biggest, brightest, and safest fireworks with a no-dud guarantee. Sky King Fireworks has buy one, get one on all fireworks in the store and the largest selection of buy one, get twos. Nobody beats the king. For easy directions, visit SkyKingFireworks.com.
See website for details. BillsHappen.com is not a lender. It does not make credit decisions. Must be 18 years old. Not available in all states.
Honey, everything is so expensive, and our bills are piling up.
You're telling me credit cards are maxed out, rent is due, and the car payment's right around the corner? We need some extra cash.
We should do what my friend from work did. She went to BillsHappen.com and got the money she needed the next day.
Our credit is not great. Are you sure that would work for us?
BillsHappen.com is...
Skolak, we are very, very loosely hanging on here. Very loosely hanging on. Sealand lost the ability to switch during that. The storm is brewing outside. I don't know what's going to happen next. We're at the finish line. Here's what I want to do. I want to do a quick segment here. I want to do the final 3 segments and get the hell out for the week. Here's... Okay, gotcha. But here's what might happen. We might get a larger power outage here, and then all hell will break loose. So, fingers crossed, but if I lose power here and something cuts out, I don't know, there's no way around it. The stream will probably stop. So fingers crossed, everybody. Go dance in the rain? What? No. Okay, we got some questions coming in. If you have questions for Mo, email tips@thenewsjunkie.com. I blessed the rains down at Sean's house. Well, can you unbless them? Unbless the rains. It is pouring. And all the time we've done this show, I think my monitors have cut to black 4 times, and all the time we've done the show from here. It did it 3 times during that segment. So 3 out of the 4 times it's ever happened just happened during that segment. All right, we're coming back here in just a minute. Pray for stability. Oh boy, now I can't even get off Skull Mike. No! No! I'm stuck on Skull Mike. Oh no, I'm stuck on Skull Mike. Yeah. We've got 2 left to get. Yeah, this is gonna be quick. Okay, all right.
To plan your own incredible fireworks show. Locations now open in Eustis, Longwood, and online at iwantfireworks.com. That's iwantfireworks.com. Shop PyroSpot Fireworks for buy 1, get 2 free, and be a backyard hero.
Hey, we all think about buying a house instead of renting a house, right? But do you realize that you're renting electricity every month? Yep, overpaying the power company and watching the prices rise year after year. This year alone, prices have jumped over 10%. Isn't it time you own your own power or solar source? And And start with that pool heater solar. It is awesome. I'm thrilled to say Solar Source, you can do the pay-as-you-go plan where you can save each month starting at just $99. Solar Source isn't new to this game. They've been in business for nearly 40 years with the same phone number since 1984. Ask about the battery backup option to protect you during a storm season. It's Solar Source.
Stay connected and stay productive with Rapid Radios. Business owners trust Rapid Radios for instant, reliable team communication with nationwide LTE coverage, push-to-talk convenience, and room for up to 200 units on one feed. Keeping connected's never been easier.
Order now at rapidradios.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics.
Today, be safe. If you're stuck in that, we're just hoping to stay online and not completely fall apart. Am I? Don't mess with me. Now is not the time. Come on. You hear me, right?
No,
I'm here.
I was just doing I was adding to the
Okay, good.
thing of it all.
I mean, I don't know what's working, what's not working in the middle of a storm like this. I'm hoping for the best, but here goes nothing. Everything is falling apart. They're saying over on chat. What happened? Oh, he's frozen. Oh no!
I mean, you're definitely frozen.
Oh, I am.
We can hear you, but you look cool.
All right, no,
You're
I'm not
in
frozen.
News stance.
I just decided to stay very still. I've just decided.
Freeze framed everything.
You also really did a good job at stopping the LED screen that's on the
stream
wall.
spawns.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That right now is the time to play a very particular game where I do not move and I stay perfectly still.
Or this is the time to take off all of your clothes. And then when it does come back, you're fully nude behind the desk.
Got me! Okay, we're going to get into it here. We got Moses DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm with us. And here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only, Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, there's lots of attorneys out there, but you need the attorney who is really going to take some time and fight those insurance companies with you. You deserve at least that and then some. So 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. Mo!
Sean.
Question for you. This is one of the most frustrating things to me, and I don't know if there's anything that can be done about it. And here's what's happening. You remember the name Sherri Papini?
Sounds familiar.
Okay.
Sherri Papini.
Banana fan of Fafini.
Yes, that's exactly her.
That's her.
Faked her own kidnapping to somebody.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
She was
looking lady.
Yeah, the California woman who admitted in a plea agreement to orchestrating a hoax about being kidnapped by two women. So she had this whole story, and she goes,
branded herself.
Yeah. Like I was branded, and these people had me, blah, blah, blah. It was a whole thing, right? And then it turns out they uncover slowly but surely that she lied about the entire thing, and that she was actually just spending some time with an ex-boyfriend of hers
who totally went with the whole thing.
Yeah, he went with the whole thing, and she had him like do the branding and all of that stuff. And it was discovered that she was lying. I think that the whole court process went through. She ended up going through a divorce, all that. But now she's back out and doing more interviews. And this time she's talking to ABC News.
She just did a documentary that was all her side.
She did that too. And now she's doing the ABC News interview where she says, the ex-boyfriend who I was with, he did abduct me. I really was kidnapped.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And I was kidnapped by him. And I thought, imagine being this guy and if you're somebody who a liar is falsely accusing you, and they're using the legitimacy of a news outlet like ABC News to do that, is there any recourse that you might have?
Defamation?
Is there anything? Can you say, hey, not only is this lady lying about me, but she's doing it through the news organization?
Yeah, I mean, typically the news organizations are immune. They do have the right to kind of put the story out there and share their perspective on it from the person. But certainly the person here, assuming that she's lying, which she's already pled out to lying to federal officers about the same thing, basically. So it probably wouldn't be a very difficult lawsuit. But yeah, you could certainly sue her for defamation or something along those lines.
That's crazy.
What
She
a
just
nut job.
keeps yapping.
And ABC News they're still going to give her the platform for that?
That's the killer thing. That's the killer thing where a person's a liar. You know that they're defaming people, but then you bring them on to defame more people.
Yeah, well, here we are talking about it. So
at least we're talking about it in a way that is good to the guy who's being accused of this stuff. Not that he seems like the best person, but here we are regardless. Some more news about that Food Network star who died this weekend unexpectedly.
So many outlets are calling her Lady Flavortown.
Lady of Flavortown? Yeah, she's like the female Guy Fieri or whatever they're
That's because
using
they
this
have
week.
blonde spiked hair. Come on.
Anne Burrell is her name, and now
How dare they?
Some more details. Poor Guy Fieri. The Food Network star was apparently surrounded by dozens of pills when she was found unconscious in her home on Tuesday of this week. Burrell's husband, Stuart Claxton, found her on the shower floor at her home in Brooklyn and called 911. They don't know what kind of pills they were. They just know that they were all over the place on the ground. Officials warned against speculating about the pills, but you can imagine how people are going to treat this kind of thing. She was just 55 years old. Hours before her death, she was at an improv theater in Brooklyn and performed as part of one of the scenes.
That's heavy for that team. They did not as well as
they probably woke up and they're like, wasn't that so fun last night? We had that celebrity chef hanging out with us.
That was so bad.
She wakes up the next day, or they wake up the next day and find out she didn't.
Now it's frozen on me.
Anne Burrell, the celebrity chef, though, continues to be stories. Poor family. I feel so bad for all the people involved in that. Unfortunately, this is where they find themselves. Sabrina is going to just stare into your soul for a little while if you're watching on YouTube.
I'm waiting for you to answer any questions.
Just you can ask her anything you want, and we'll go into a quick break.
I take all my clothes off. Moses, close your eyes.
When we come back, we'll hear from Moses. We got more questions for him. We're going to try to work our way through the end of this Friday and get into this weekend. If God's on our side, we'll get through the next 3 segments, but probably not. So here we go.
Amen.
That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Make Real Radio 104.1 number 1 on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The roadways are busy and so are emergency crews. There's a car stopped on the shoulder on Florida's Turnpike northbound, just past Oakland Exchange, getting cleared up there on I-4 westbound before St. John's River Bridge. There's a accident getting cleared up as well. Expect some rainy conditions around the area, reduced visibility and slippery roadways. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Stay connected when it matters most. Be prepared with Rapid Radio's walkie-talkies. With instant push-to-talk and LTE nationwide coverage, you can reach family and friends in any emergency. 100% private, no contracts, no hassle.
Stay safe. Order now at rapidradios.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Eye Candy Energy Drink. Taste the sweet life.
The Real Radio Summer of Laughs continues with night 2 of the Real Comedy Mount Dora Summer Night Series. Ryan Holmes from The Monsters in the Morning is the next headliner on July 12th. He'll bring his comedy along with a few of Florida's up-and-coming comedians. Get to know them before they get famous. This night will be hosted by the one and only Angel of Boom from The Monsters in the Morning and is presented by Mills Air. July 12th at the Mount Dora Music Hall. Sponsored by Discover Lake County. Doors open at 7, show at 8. Get your tickets today at realradio.fm/comedy.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Hi, my air conditioner isn't working.
We're hosting a pet rock adoption telethon.
Pet rocks?
The internet says they're endangered.
Rocks are everywhere.
You know what's everywhere?
Frank Gay is everywhere. I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have AC problems, you need help now. One of our licensed and certified technicians can have your AC blowing cold air in no time. That's the Frank Gay way. That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Ever feel like you're stepping into a deep fryer when you get into your car on a hot summer day?
Whoa! Mother!
Beat the heat with a WeatherTech Sunshade for your windshield. Custom fit for your specific vehicle, Sunshade blocks out the scorching sun and damaging UV rays to keep your interior cool, so your steering wheel and seats don't feel like a skillet. The WeatherTech Sunshade is a breeze to install, keeping your vehicle from feeling like an oven. Order your American-made Sunshade and hundreds of other premium products at WT.com.
Greenway Kia is under new management, and we've got a whole new attitude. With 3 great locations across Metro Orlando and one of the area's largest selections, we truly want to see you in a Kia. Plus, we want your trade. Get up to $10,000 over Kelly Blue Book fair market value for any trade. Get your fast free appraisal online right now at greenwaykias.com. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Kia. From Greenway Kia, East Colonial, West Colonial, and 1792 North.
All factory rebates to dealer. Negative equity refinanced.
Quitting tobacco is hard, but it's also hard to deal with a cough that won't go away and thinking it's lung cancer, or feeling your heart race after a walk and wondering if it's a heart attack, or telling your family you may not be around to see your next birthday.
Quitting tobacco is hard, but the consequences are even harder. Tobacco-Free Florida has free resources to help you stay smoke-free. You may be eligible to receive free nicotine patches, gum, or lozenges. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW. Or visit tobaccofreeflorida.com.
Okay, honey, we need 58 burgers and 31 hot dogs.
I thought we were having a nice little 4th of July family cookout.
I saved so much at BJ's Wholesale Club that I was able to invite a few extra people. Plus, I saved 50 cents a gallon at BJ's Gas.
Spend $150 or more in one qualifying transaction through July 6th and save 50 cents a gallon on your next fill up at BJ's Gas within 7 days. Terms apply. Visit bjs.com/gas promo.
Who's that guy on the diving board? Get it, bro! He got my buns wet.
BJ's, absurdly simple savings.
Want a big green egg? For the lowest price anywhere, go to Wassie's Meat Market. They'll deliver and set up your big green egg so that you'll be cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to the website, wassiesmeatmarket.com, for your big green egg today.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Orlando.
Introducing a completely reimagined Dick's and an all-new Golf Galaxy Performance Center. 2 sports destinations unlike any other, with an expanded assortment of the latest styles, the best gear to improve your game, and interactive experiences. Perfect your swing in our TrackMan golf simulators. Plus, discover expert services. Welcome to your new Dick's and Golf Galaxy Performance Center. Grand opening weekend, June 27th through 29th at Plaza Colina.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number 4th of July sale. Save over $600 on our King P5 smart bed, our lowest price of the season. Limited time. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Want to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Pick up your phone and text the word WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. On the bright side, we're not dead yet. You're listening to the news.
Your feedback, your dispatches, send yours over at thenewsjunkie.com. Or if you don't want to send a dispatch, maybe you're shy for a video or audio dispatch, send an email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. 28 years later is in theaters, and
cannot wait.
It started with, what was the first one? 28 Days Later.
28 days, 28 weeks was the second one.
28 weeks, and now 28 years is the next one in this like zombie franchise of movies.
The first one was very lo-fi, we'll call it.
It was more of a low budget thing,
but I'm a huge fan.
So I want to see if I could find this, because I thought this was a little bit silly. They were bragging about how some of the scenes that they filmed in 28 years later were done in a way that anybody could do it. And they said, hey, we filmed this on an iPhone. And I thought, well, that's kind of cool. You filmed it on an iPhone. And then I saw the iPhone that they filmed the scenes on.
With
and I
a huge rig and gimbal. And I mean, come on.
This isn't like I just filmed it on an iPhone. This is like, there's a scene with a man who's surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way
zoom
around.
in on that. Are those even iPhones?
They are, but they're in case of some sort. They're all in cinematic mode.
Every iPhone is like running a fancy app. It's in a fancy case with a fancy lens on it, and they're all like wired together.
And Apple paid for it.
Whereas you can say, yes, we shot our movie on an iPhone. This isn't really what people have in mind when they think that.
No.
You're not going, all right, I'm filming the movie now.
I think that they just quietly, when Apple hears stuff like this, or they want to like publicize stuff like this, they just quietly don't say the thing to make people think that like they could just hold up their phone and make a movie like 28 years later. When you have this rig, which you know what they're doing with that rig, right?
No, not really. The guys, just for the record, there's a man, it looks like this is like zombie times, right? And because that's what the movie's about. And the man is surrounded by this giant wood pallet with a half circle around him with cameras pointing in every single direction.
That's to do bullet time.
What's that?
That's the thing that they kind of invented for the Matrix.
Oh, like where you zoom back?
Where like Trinity would jump in the air and then they would like slow it down and then move all around her and then she'll kick and then keep karateing and matrixing. Yeah. That was like something that they came up with where they had a lot of expensive cameras doing it, not iPhones. But that's how you bullet time.
Oh. So you don't have to you can't get just like a rig that goes all around you?
No, the crazy thing is, Sabrina, they say, we filmed it on an iPhone. There's 22 iPhones. So 22 iPhones at $1,000 plus.
I wasn't even listening to me. You were just counting iPhones.
No, I was listening to that too. I used the Matrix. Matrix. It was the Matrix thing that they were filming.
What is it called?
Like the bullet shot timer bullet. Yeah, I was listening to you. I was just at the same time counting these suckers so I could see if this was the flex that they were actually thinking it was. And they also said the story is, hang on, let me see if I can bring this up in front of me here, since we have survived this long on the show. And the storm, the rain has not shut us down. In fact, I've set fire to the rain, and I, like Adele, have swatted it off. I have beat it off.
Nice.
I have beat it off.
Okay.
So it does not bother us anymore. It says Danny Boyle says he filmed the movie 28 years later with iPhones, drones, and a goat. And that's what they used to make this, although it's not quite what you would think it was. The director used iPhones and drones.
Show me a picture of the goat.
Yeah, where's this goat at? iPhones and drones to shoot footage because they were lightweight. He said it made his filming way, way cheaper. I mean, maybe.
I mean, if they were using, for that same technique, very expensive cameras, I could see where it was cheaper, technically.
But I mean, even in shots that weren't that bullet time setup that we just looked at, any shots done by an iPhone would likely be, like we said, a huge rig of stuff built around, extra very expensive lenses that are just propped up against the cameras that are already there.
Yeah, I've got him talking about this.
You're not opening up the Photos app and making a masterpiece.
No way. I've gone. I figured I had to go full screen on this TikTok video of him talking about this. Mo, have you seen any of these movies in this series? 28 Days Later.
I have not.
Zombie fan at all?
God. Yeah, he's not. I guess
I'm friendly with the zombies.
All right.
Well, you're on the zombie side, Moses. What the hell are you thinking, man?
They seem nice.
It's not the way to handle this. Let's see what the director says about using these cameras and putting one on a go.
To a couple of some animals a couple of times.
Did you?
Yeah, a goat and a
goat.
What's the lovely thing about using lightweight cameras is that you can then experiment with them. And there's many of them. We didn't just use iPhones, for instance. We used GoPros, and there's all these other lightweight cameras, some of which you use on drones. There's quite considerable drone use in the film. Drones have
changed it all.
Cost to use and can get increasingly spectacular involvement in the film.
Yeah. I mean, he is right about one thing in particular.
They used to have to use helicopters.
Yeah, they used to have helicopters were incredibly expensive. You have to like hire somebody out for that whole day to try to get a couple of shots. Now you just go DJI drone, get it up in the air, capture the overhead view in 4K, bingo, bango, bongo. You're done. You got a beautiful movie on your hands. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Moses does not care about any of these zombie movies.
Not in the least.
No. Are you going to watch any movies with Carter these days? Do you take your son to the theater to watch anything?
We watch some movies. I can't remember the last one we saw.
Minecraft's coming out this weekend.
Yeah, does he like the Minecraft world?
No, he's not into Minecraft yet, thank God.
No.
It's still more like
soon.
Disney, cartoonish type movies. What
Miss Rachel still?
No, he never watched Miss Rachel, actually.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's not into her, and now more so than ever on account of all.
Oh, I knew
these social posts. Yeah. Unbelievable, Miss Rachel. What's going on?
Gonna do it.
And he's into what? What's the main thing that Carter has been locked into?
I mean, he's really into Scooby Doo still. I think the last movie he saw was the Lilo and Stitch movie, or what?
Okay, did he like that?
Yeah, he liked that one a lot. Mm-hmm. He watches this thing called Power Creatures, something. Creatures.
Power Creature.
No, it's not the name. It's not the right name, but
I believe you.
Go Power Creatures.
It's a knockoff. Yeah, that's
the way strong and really creepy.
I don't want the Power Rangers to corrupt my child, so we'll go with the Power Creatures, which it sounds like the Veggie Tales of that world.
Wild Kratts. That's what it's called. Wild Kratts.
What the hell is Wild Kratts?
It's these two animal guys who are actual. I think they're brothers and they're actual humans. And then they morph into a cartoon.
No. I know about Wild Kratts. It's this family that goes to a talent agency and they say, "I've got a really spectacular act for you."
That's the Aristocrats.
And the talent agent says, "Listen, I don't.
No, you can't tell this one. Okay,
family acts.
Who's on first?
You cannot tell this one. We're gonna have to put a stop to it. All right. I'm sorry. I hate to do that to you.
No, you don't.
Okay. I do genuinely, at least for this particular time. But there you go. If you've seen that movie, let us know what you think and give us your thoughts.
No
give us your
spoilers.
reviews on the way out. Let's get to a couple of dispatches here. One of them has a question for Moses. This is our friend Mo Manji, the realtor, with a question.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well. Moses, I had a question for you. With the situation that C-Lane was facing and somebody knew him, do you think that the criminal knew him, or he had some relationship with him, or maybe they committed the crime together? Maybe that's the case, right? Thanks. Bye.
I did not know either of the defendants, and I did not allegedly commit any crimes with them. However, from the information I gathered from the various free to the public things that you can look up on My Orange Clerk, I think the double defendants was a father-son arrest.
Really?
And it was for street racing.
Oh, wow.
Street racing.
Okay.
Yeah. From what I gathered, These people had the same last name, so father son was my assumption. Could be cousins, could be uncle and nephew racing each other down OBT.
Damn, it's brutal.
All the places.
All right, let's go to another one. Here is Sam E. Scamp says, this beats C-Lane's bird poop. Oh, please don't beat that. You're talking about eating weird things? That was an accident, okay? Here we go.
Okay, so question was nastiest or craziest thing that you ever put in your mouth or whatever. Mine was accidental. Me and a bunch of my buddies, when I was probably about 14 years old, we were all out playing basketball. My buddy's mom came, picked us up in a big old minivan. It was dark outside. Hadn't had anything to drink. My buddy reaches over in his mom's car, grabs a can of soda and just starts chugging it. Before he could put it down, I grabbed it from him and I start chugging it. Well, inside that can was cigarette butts. Spit.
Yeah, I've been there. All right, I'm stopping you.
Oh my God.
And we're shutting these out. We don't need any more dispatches about things that you've eaten, okay? Please, we need to move on.
But still, at number one, bird poop.
Yeah, that's gross. That was disgusting, C-Lane. But here's Swilly
Even
with a
Jack
video.
said he changed the station.
Yeah, he
I
was
said, how
right
long
too.
do you think I talked about that, Jack?
We're still talking about it, for God's sake. Here's Swilly with a video dispatch. This says, cool car.
Hey, everybody. Happy today.
Hey,
wish you
Just
could
getting
see
off
it.
of work. Said, you want a video dispatch in front of a cool car?
All right.
That's my car, baby. Brand new truck. And I got of course, a magnet on the back.
Nice. There you go. All right. News Junkie magnet on the back of this for a little game of magnets action. If you're out there, look for his white Frontier, I think, Nissan Frontier truck out there on the streets. There he goes doing his thing. We're losing connection between C-Land and here.
Annoying.
I told you it's chaos.
Jesus out of me.
Have you considered running a 5-mile Ethernet?
We could. Yeah, a direct line from each studio. Yeah, we could probably do that. But we're still here, folks. And I'm going to work in one more. Here is Johnny Blaze. Oh, no. Never mind. Not reading that because it's about something he ate, and I already saw. This is...
Well, now we want to know.
No, you don't. I'm not playing this one. Let's go over to somebody saying, here's my sweet dog to show you. Okay.
Hey, News Junkies. Hey, Sean, you said you wanted to see a sweet dog. Well,
it's like Sabrina's old dog.
Tycho will be 18 in a few days. And
he doesn't look a day over 8 million.
Well, we have to take your word for it, bud.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Here he is.
That looks nothing like my old dog. So
yeah, he does. He looks like a little rocker poodle thing or something.
I'm
telling you, sir, this dog is on the verge. Look at the eyes on this thing. Can you see that? It's got like ghost eyes or something.
That's a skim milk.
Hey, News Junkies. Hey, Sean, you said you wanted to see a sweet dog. Well,
hey, buddy.
This is a sweet dog. Tycho will be 18 in a few days. 18. And he's kind of a badass poodle even before he got his mohawk. But there's your sweet dog that you wanted to see. Hope everyone has a great weekend.
Damn, that thing is 18 years old. That is a
Put a cigarette in its mouth. Oh, you can't now.
No. You should say, like, that dog is, like, if you breathe on that thing wrong, it'll be on the other side. You want to be very, very careful. We'll take more of your dispatches as we wrap things up today. You can send those in wherever you'd like. Over on thenewsjunkie.com is preferred because that's where we take them. But you get it regardless. Somebody says, Mo, Wild Kratts is my 4-year-old's favorite show on planet Earth right now, says Peter. It's so weird when your kids are into that stuff. It's so weird because you're stuck with them. And you end up watching it. You're like, what's going on with the Kratts this week? Oh, okay, all right.
Still wild.
Kratting it up. They do be doing that stuff. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we hear from you. We get to your dispatches, tips at thenewsjunkie.com, or send your video or audio dispatch on thenewsjunkie.com. When we return, somebody just purchased an entire magazine brand for $3 million. All right? $3 million. And it seems like a steal of a deal, especially when you hear what brand this was, because I think you're going to be surprised that it was that much of a steal. But that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
The roadways are busy and so are emergency crews. There's a car stopped on the shoulder on Florida's Turnpike northbound, just past Oakland Exchange, getting cleared up there on I-4 westbound before St. John's River Bridge. There's a accident getting cleared up as well. Expect some rainy conditions around the area, reduced visibility and slippery roadways. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected and stay productive with Rapid Radios. Business owners trust Rapid Radios for instant, reliable team communication with nationwide LTE coverage, push-to-talk convenience, and room for up to 200 units on one feed. Keeping connected's never been easier.
Order now at rapidradios.com.
If you're ready to refinance, buy your first dream home, do some debt consolidation, then you got to work with That Mortgage Guy Don. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com to work with an expert and a friend that you can trust. Plain and simple. No spam, no hassle, just peace of mind.
Don't miss the book, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival
presented by Capital One
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 19th and 20th. Streaming live only on Hulu.
And you can be there
for a weekend full of superstar performances, never-before-seen collaborations, and once-in-a-lifetime artist moments you'll have to see to believe. Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Get your tickets today at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are conquering the unconquerable. Our experts are leading the way with innovative regenerative medicines and biotherapeutics that can repair diseased, injured, or defective tissues and organs to help treat people with chronic medical conditions. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
Get ready, book lovers. The 9th annual Space Coast Book Lovers event is on June 18th through the 21st in legendary Cocoa Beach. Spend the weekend meeting your favorite authors, discovering new ones, and enjoying book signings, goodies, and fun activities. Choose from all-inclusive multi-day passes for the full experience, general admission with a tote bag, and VIP options. For info and tickets to Space Coast Book Lovers, visit legendarycocobeach.com. Find your inner bookworm.
Be motivated, be uplifted, be your priority, and become a big deal. At Valencia College, our student success coaches put you first, providing personalized support, tutoring, and so much more to help you graduate and pursue a great career. So be encouraged and become your best self. Apply now at valenciacollege.edu. Classes start August 18th.
Buy one, get two free at Pyro Spot Fireworks. That's right, you can shop Florida's largest selection of buy one, get two free fireworks. Pyro Spot prices and products blow the competition away with fireworks so good, your neighbors will think you've gone pro. Easily use their on-site videos to plan your own incredible fireworks show. Locations now open in Eustis, Longwood, and online at iwantfireworks.com. That's iwantfireworks.com. Shop Pyro Spot Fireworks for buy one, get two free, and be a backyard hero.
Every success you've had began with a great opportunity. Now there's another one. Last aid year, University of Maryland Global Campus awarded over $21 million in scholarships to qualified students, including community college students, service members, veterans, and working adults. Now is the time to move your career forward with an online and accredited skills-based education. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chef.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If you have a 2004 or newer vehicle that's out of warranty or about to be, Endurance is urgently notifying U.S. drivers about their low-cost vehicle coverage plan designed to save drivers thousands on rising vehicle repair costs. Those who qualify can pick their plan, coverage, and repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental cars included. All covered repairs get paid directly to the repair shop for you. Call now for your free quote. Call 800-690-8974. 800-690-8974.
iHeartMedia presents the Fresh from Florida Groceries Giveaway. 50 lucky winners will each receive a $100 grocery voucher to indulge in Fresh from Florida goodness. Enter to win at iHeart.com/freshfromflorida.
Yes, it's true that most injury attorneys don't cost you a dime unless they get you money for your injuries. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. It pains me to hear people still don't know that you don't have to pay me up front. Never deal with the insurance companies alone. They have a team of lawyers, and you should have a team too. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com or call me at 1-800-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Office, Orlando.
Are you ready for some locked-in summer value? At Sam's Club until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items, including must-haves like sunscreen and ice cream. Go sign up for a membership and join Sam's Club today at samsclub.com/join.
Your life and your loved ones' lives depends on what you've done to prepare. Disasters, shortages, supply chain failures, they're not ifs, they're wins. Don't be left without life-saving medication. The Jace case is a prescribed set of emergency antibiotics, life-saving medications you have on hand before you need them, offering peace of mind, no panicking, fast, affordable, and could save your life. Go to jase.com. Use code RADIO for a discount, because once the shelves are empty, it's already too late.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
What's up, fellas? Russ Rollins here. Get real testosterone prescribed by the doctors at Red Mountain Weight Loss. More men are suffering from low T than ever, thanks to stress, poor diet, and lifestyle. This is a serious health issue, but I tell you what, if you're feeling tired, you're feeling sluggish, you lose your mental focus all the time, if you're having trouble in the bedroom, you probably have low T. The solution is prescription strength testosterone, because nothing boosts testosterone like actual testosterone. Increasing your testosterone will give you more energy. I know. It'll help you build muscle mass. It'll help you sleep better. It improves your mental focus, and it'll boost your sex drive. It's a complete game changer. Testosterone also helps you lose and maintain your proper weight. So go to the trusted leader in health solutions for men and women, Red Mountain Weight Loss. Their experienced medical team has helped people optimize their hormones for over 30 years now, and now they can help you too. Book your free video consultation with a licensed doctor today. Have low T? Start for free this month only at Red Mountain. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
iHeartRadio's got you covered for the summer. Sail on with commercial-free weekends on Yacht Rock Radio. Roll down the windows for road trips with summer playlists like Summer Classics.
GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
Site, thenewsjunkie.com. We're so glad you have brought us on board, even if it's just for a couple minutes of your time, or for the whole show for that matter, whatever it is, that's much appreciated. Learn more at thenewsjunkie.com. I don't know who is buying magazines in 2025, but somebody's buying magazines out there. and someone has just purchased one of them for $3.5 million. But honestly, I could see the business move here. Like, I could see the way you would make tons of money off of this.
What comes with a magazine purchase? Like all of the user data, or you get just the printing paper.
I feel like they don't want you to have the user data on this particular magazine.
Okay,
this
so
magazine,
we got a sexy mag.
It's not sexy. There's no nudity in this magazine, but it was a magazine that I think your parents would have said, I don't want you to have, Sabrina.
Maxim.
I think they would have been. Oh, see, this is Maxim.
Victoria's
Worse.
Secret catalog.
Edgier than both of those. And for a different reason. Not because of who was in the pages, like the pictures of them, but because of what the content was in the magazine. Two words.
National
words.
Enquirer.
No.
Some trader of some.
Trader Joe's.
Sabrina would be the most likely on this show to read this magazine.
Okay. Rude.
Why is that rude?
I don't know yet.
All right. You would be the most likely on this show to be reading this magazine somebody just paid $3.5 million for.
Bird watcher.
Nope.
Can you give us one more hint? Like what?
The second part of the magazine title, there's two words. The second word is times.
Ooh.
Something times.
Sexy.
High Times.
High Times is correct, C-Lane. Yes.
High
Times. I forgot about High Times.
What was High
Founded
Times?
In 1974, High Times was all about marijuana. It was all about smoking weed and that stuff.
I remember in High Times reading, I didn't get to see the magazine that often, but they had like an article where there was recipes. Sort of like the DeWitt Law periodical used to have.
Great. Mo, he's saying that your DeWitt Law article that you send around is like High Time.
Well, I mean, that's where we got our recipes from.
Yeah.
And they're delicious.
But
yes.
Enjoy with caution, folks.
But the recipes were like, that was the first time I ever read anything about people like creating stuff with weed other than like brownies. Mm-hmm. And it was there was a recipe for how to make buffalo wing sauce to toss your wings in that got you high. And then you had to use like weed butter and mix it with the hot sauce, and there was all this thing. And I'm sure that the directions to execute the recipe were like just pun-tastic. Yeah. There was a lot of that in High Times.
Yeah, that's what they had. And I think, now here's where I think this could be huge. I don't know, Moses, if you've been to a liquor store in the last several months, but seemingly overnight, I've talked about how there's this entire THC section. We go into a Total Wine, all right? And when we walk into the Total Wine, it's a big store. It's a large store. And they have all of these sections. They have sections where you like learn about alcohol. They have an entire wine section, a whiskey section. Nobody in the wine section. Nobody in the whiskey section. Nobody in the vodka section. Nobody in any of these sections. Tequila section, empty. We go over to the THC section. You never seen so many people in your life. You never seen so many people in your life. This is exploding like this. So if you had High Times and you use that brand for some of these drinks or some other products like that are much more mainstream now, I think you could make some money.
Utilize it though for the marijuana industry.
I would utilize it like Playboy does. You know, Playboy's brand is a very powerful thing. So when you buy Playboy, the company, you also get that brand. You put it on merchandise and stuff. For this, there's so many things that are selling for tons of money right now that you could brand with High Times. Even the New York Post has a story. I traded alcohol for these CBD-infused drinks and haven't looked back. The THC, CBD, all the drinks market is exploding right now. All right, let's get some questions in for our friend Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm.
Nice
Moses
guy.
DeWitt. He's tired of just listening to me yap over here. He wants to answer some questions, for God's sake.
No, I don't.
Party.
Mo, we started the show with a quick body cam clip of Shador Jackson. That's who it was, right? Shador, and he's a football player, and he was pulled over by these police for speeding. And the cops pulled an age-old trick. When they pull you over, Moses, and they come up to the side of your vehicle and they go, You're going a little fast back there. Any reason why you were going at that rate of speed? Or they'll ask you,
do you know how fast you were going?
You have any idea how fast you were going back there? Now, let's get the attorney advice here from Mo DeWitt. What do you do when the cops pull up to you and you know it's for like a speeding ticket like that and they're asking these questions? And can your answers be used against you to like give you the ticket that you're trying to avoid?
Well, potentially. I mean, typically the general advice is to give as little information as possible, but be cooperative. Give them your license, registration, and proof of insurance. If they say, do you know how fast you're going? You can simply say, I don't know. If they, ask you any other questions, just, give them as little information as possible. You don't want to be rude, but, you can kind of edge on that line depending on the situation. Just kind of say, hey, can we get this moving? Give me my ticket and let's get out of here.
Am I being detained? Am I being detained?
If the cop says to you, Mo, hey, do you know how fast you were going back there? And you go, I don't know, 60? Can that be used as even you admitted you were going 60 miles per hour? I'm going to put that on the ticket.
Potentially, if you go to challenge the ticket, certainly the officer could say, well, during the traffic stop, this individual said that they were admitted to going 60 miles per hour.
Yeah, you got to be careful, man. They're always trying to trip you up with that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I had an officer, he pulled over myself and the car behind me, and I realized he was just messing with me, but he came up and said, the car behind you said you were swerving in and out of traffic and like trying to get me for like reckless driving or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I haven't changed lanes in a half hour. I've been on cruise control.
Why would he say that?
Well, he was trying to see if he could get me on something. He was just...
That's weird.
It's like when Sean tries to pull that dad move that was like, I already know what happened. Why don't you tell me the story?
Yeah,
and you'll be in less trouble.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's like a fishing expedition. That's like the cop going up to you and just trying to find something they can get you for.
Sometimes they're bored, and that's what they want to do.
Damn, that seems wrong. That seems wrong to me.
I did beat that ticket, by the way.
Did you really?
Nice.
Yeah. Do you fight them all when you get them since you're an attorney?
No, not all of them, but sometimes you do.
Yeah, when it seems a little bit more beatable, I guess. Yeah. You go and then you have like
I try to fight every ticket and I send it to Moses and he's like, just pay it, okay?
Just pay it. Done.
You're screwed. Sabrina. Sorry.
You're screwed. All right, we're going to take a quick break is what we're going to do. Then we're going to come back with the final dispatches, the stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a week. Just limping to the finish line here. Absolutely limping to the finish line.
But we are close.
We're still up and broadcasting, though. We're still broadcasting despite all the system. The man is trying to take us down. C-Lane's buttons are being hijacked over there. It's all pandemonium.
Remember when we did radio?
Those were the old days. Not no Mo.
Speaking of, you know that we got something coming up.
What?
You know what? We do this every single year.
What are you talking about?
We have an anniversary next week.
I feel like the anniversary date is everybody has a different one for this show.
No, we have the same one that we started on.
Okay.
100%.
Right.
What is it?
I have no idea.
I knew it.
That's what I'm
telling you.
Do we mean
nothing to you, Sean?
No, it's not that. I just don't know. I know. I just feel like we celebrate at a different time every year. Maybe we don't. June. Is it in June?
Yeah.
Yeah.
June 28th is our 12-year anniversary.
Unbelievable.
That's wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's the date then?
26.
June 26th. I was pretty close. I was really nestled up next to the correct answer there. So June 26th, and was I right to say 12 years?
Yep.
12
Can you
years.
believe it?
I can't.
Years a slave.
No.
2 babies, what? I mean...
We're going to take a quick break.
Yep.
Yeah, we are going to take a quick break. We are going to get there, folks. And all of it is coming up next. Final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and together to wrap everything up for a Friday in the week. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is The Jim Colbert Show. It's like a live podcast that happens every afternoon on your radio. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And on this Friday, we're going to have thunderstorms developing, especially after lunchtime. 60% chance for rain, and most of it will be west of the beaches. So if you're going to the beach today, of course, keep an eye to the sky, but most of the action west of I-95. High temperature today, 91 degrees, rain chance 60%, lower rain chances this weekend, and then a long, hot, and dry stretch for next week. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected when it matters most. Be prepared with Rapid Radio's walkie-talkies. With instant push-to-talk and LTE nationwide coverage, you can reach family and friends in any emergency. 100% private, no contracts, no hassle.
Stay safe. Order now at rapidradios.com.
C-Lane here for Reese Windows and Doors, and they want to help you protect your home with hurricane impact windows. They're affordable, they're energy efficient, and they come with a double lifetime warranty. What does that mean? That means when you sell your house, the warranty transfers with the house, increasing the value of your home and giving you peace of mind. They're experts. They've been installing windows all over the state of Florida for 50 years, and most windows are installed in just 6 to 8 weeks. And you can win some free windows, my friends. How do you do that? You pick up the phone, you text the word WOW to 20129 for your chance to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese. That's WOW to 20129.
Man, I'm excited for the summer. Going to the beach, hanging out by the pool, barbecue, having drinks. But all of that is getting a little more expensive. That's where Sam's Club is coming to the rescue with locked-in summer values. Until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items, and that's from paper plates to trash bags, sunscreen, even apple pie. I have my card. It's a total no-brainer to join Sam's Club because locked-in summer values can help you save on all those things you need to have a great summer. Go sign up for that membership and join Sam's Club today at samsclub.com/join.
Orlando's premier comedy club and restaurant is the Funny Bone, located in Point Orlando. This week, the Funny Bone welcomes Bill Bellamy, June 20th and 21st.
I'll tell y'all right now, I'm not eating 52 years for nobody. You do a crime with Bill Bellamy, I am going to town.
Check out our star-studded calendar and showtimes online at orlando.funnybone.com. Full kitchen and bar available, as well as parking discounts for all guests. Follow us on all social media platforms and get your tickets now at orlando.funnybone.com. We'll see you at the show.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Did you know this month is Men's Health Awareness Month? What does that mean? Us guys are really bad about our health sometimes. That means early detection of heart disease and cancer can be a big deal. It can be a game changer. And a lot of us guys don't think about our heart. But you know what? If you get into Life Imaging FLA, you can get a free heart scan, and it'll let you know whether you're good to go like I was. I went and found out, it took less than like 6 minutes, found out my heart is fine. And we've had other listeners, as a matter of fact, I had a listener this week that emailed me, went to Life Imaging FLA, found out they had blockage, and it saved their lives because they went to the hospital the next day, had stents put in their heart, and extended their life. It's a big deal. It's from Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. There's a few minimum requirements, but this is definitely worth it. And ask about the cancer screening. You catch cancer early, it's a much easier fight. Life Imaging FLA.
iHeartMedia presents the Fresh from Florida Groceries Giveaway. 50 lucky winners will each receive a $100 grocery voucher to indulge in Fresh from Florida goodness. Enter to win at iHeart.com/freshfromflorida.
Want a Big Green Egg? For the lowest price anywhere, go to Wassie's Meat Market. They'll deliver and set up your Big Green Egg so that you'll be cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to the website, wassiesmeatmarket.com, for your Big Green Egg today.
This summer, escape to a place where history echoes through the streets, where epic beaches embrace breathtaking sunrises, and days are filled with adventures. From the historic charm of Old St. Augustine to 42 miles of scenic coastline in Ponte Vedra and the beaches, every moment brings a perfect blend of exhilaration and rejuvenation. Start your summer getaway now at floridashistoriccoast.com.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Get ready for the party of the century. The Cocoa Beach Centennial Celebration is on July 5th and 6th in downtown Cocoa Beach. That's 2 days packed with live entertainment, special events, family-friendly activities, and more, all to celebrate 100 years of Cocoa Beach life. This free event is open to all, so bring the family. Explore local vendors and be a part of history. For info on the Cocoa Beach Centennial Celebration, visit legendarycocobeach.com.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC-registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number 4th of July sale. Save over $600 on our King P5 smart bed, our lowest price of the season. Limited time. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
iHeartRadio just gave driving an upgrade with Presets, now on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Your go-to stations, podcasts, and playlists, all just a tap away on your dash. Start your engine, hit play, and drive happy. Free with iHeartRadio on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto.
Kick off your summer with free breakfast, live music, and ice-cold drinks. Join the Monsters in the Morning Friday, June 20th for a live broadcast at the Crimson House in New Smyrna Beach. Bring a food donation for the Volusia Food Bank and enjoy a free hot breakfast from Bagel King. Chill with Bud and Bud Light buckets, sip from a full wine and beer bar, grab some exclusive merch, and vibe to live music all morning long. It's the Monsters Summer Kickoff Live Show, sponsored by Budweiser and Bud Light in support of the Folds of Honor Foundation, Camus Vineyards, Promos for You, and Coronado Beach Productions. Don't miss it. Friday, June 20th at the Crimson House.
Here in Orlando, we know life doesn't slow down for anything, especially a broken garage door. Since 2002, Precision Garage Door has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Local and reliable, that's what makes us different. Our vans are fully stocked, so when you call, our fully vetted techs are ready to provide you with same-day service. Whether it's a stuck door or a snap spring, Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando has you covered right when you need it the most. We know a broken garage door can't wait, which is why we're always prepared to help by keeping our vans fully stocked. Call Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando today to schedule your repair. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
Summer starts early in Florida, which means we get more beach time, more sunshine, and more time to enjoy refreshing, sweet, and juicy Florida watermelon. The best part of summer is already here. Locally grown, fresh from Florida watermelon. There's sunshine in every bite.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom. This is
And today, learn to wrap everything up for a Friday. Thank you for hanging out with us. And a new Secret Show will be dropping before 5 p.m. today if you are a Secret Show subscriber. If you're not, do not miss this one. Go learn about how you can subscribe over at thenewsjunkie.com.
I just went looking for beers.
Did you? Are you that stressed over there?
It's just like, yeah, as soon as I get home.
Oh, man. I know we're at the end of the show here, and our friend Mo is hanging out with us today. Moses, thanks for being patient.
Of course.
We appreciate
it's nice to hang out with you.
It's good to be back on this side of the studio, I must say.
Well, you
Not
got
that
your
there's
new
anything wrong.
office. You got your new office very, very close to where iHeartRadio HQ is. How are you guys settling in over there? Is it nice?
We're not in yet. It's coming soon. Way to ruin
true.
the big surprise.
Oh, no.
Unbelievable.
Want me to dump it?
No.
This can't be a surprise. This has been out there in the wide open for a while.
You're in the inner circle, or at least you were.
Listen,
Oh, now I'm out.
Now you're out.
how many law firms just go, surprise, new office?
It's going to be a big announcement. Yeah.
In the newsletter.
Well,
Everybody gets chicken parm.
Of course.
Brand new shocking announcement coming up soon from the DeWitt Law Firm. I will not tell you what it is, but stay tuned. Stay tuned to justcallmo.com for all the jaw-dropping details. But we love Moses, and you should too. After an accident, pick up the phone, 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. All right, let's see here. On the way out, C-Lane can't control anything. He's just frustrated over there.
It comes and it goes. It give us and then it taketh away.
You have less than 3 minutes left, and then we're cruising free. I did see
969.
Diddy's case, by the way, they said the defense could rest next week. They said, Moses, that the defense might not even take any witnesses or anything. They might just wrap it up right away and go to the verdict. Because it's a federal case, does that change anything with how the jury works and how they determine a verdict, or is it all the same?
It's all the same. It's just a strategic play, basically. They're not going to put on any witnesses.
Is that common?
It depends on the type of case. It's not super common, but I've seen it done before. I mean, there you're basically just trying to poke holes in the prosecution's case through cross-examination.
Could this mean that they said, well, the prosecution, who has been basically running a campaign of what a bad guy Diddy is, rather than focus on his specific charges, like some of the racketeering and stuff like that, they've just been focusing on what a bad person he is. Does the defense use this as a tactic to see that and go, well, they haven't made a case. This is why would we even call any witnesses? This seems silly.
Well, I think their argument's going to be that we admit he's a bad person. He's done a lot of bad stuff, but the prosecution didn't meet the elements of the crime here because of X, Y, or Z. I think that's going to be their argument. Whether it's successful or not, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, we may find out as soon as next week. The other thing, Owen Wilson announcing that he's going to be in Meet the Parents 4. I don't know why they decided they needed to do that, but there they are. It's coming out.
Meet the Parents 4, a Fokker funeral.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Now we've gone through the whole timeline of these damn people. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ.
Come on.
So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
Today I Learned for Friday, June 20th, 2025. Today I Learned this lady.
That's Adele.
That's right, Adele is correct. Adele has the best-selling album of the 21st century.
Hello.
21 is the name of the album, too. That's crazy. 24th of January 2011 is when it was released, and that is the #1 best-selling album of the 21st century.
Great job,
Mo,
Adele.
thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate
Great
you.
to see you.
There he is. We'll be back on Monday. Same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast of the News Junkie. I'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Bye.
Heart Radio app is now available with all new features. Download it for free and make Real Radio